to some black guys and a drunk. As we still are learning some StreamYard stuff. LB just taught me a new thing. I got a new toy. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Now I'm an avatar. Now I'm not.
The digital titty is gone.
Now I'm an avatar. Now I'm not. Now I'm an avatar. Now I'm not. Man, look, we got people in here already. What's happening, everyone? What is happening? There goes my YouTube. I don't know. Well, actually, I see one person in here. No, there's more than that, right? 4.
Now let
10,
me look.
20.
Let me look.
40.
50.
I want to get to the like my YouTube. There we go. All right. I see Mexican Iron Man was here making comments. I see Kermit the Log. What's up, buddy? Mad's Mama Bears. She said, pulls up a chair. Look at that. Kermit the Log. Mad Mitch. Chris is here.
Mad Mitch.
Oh, Trey is here. What's up, Trey? William is here. Micah D. Welcome back, brother.
Michael, what up?
What's up? Welcome back, man. He had an interesting little thing happen to him. Like he woke up one day and he was unsubbed from like everybody. And I sent him a message. I was like, hey man, we haven't seen you. Is everything all right? And he goes, yeah, I didn't know you guys were doing like, when are you guys gonna do your show again? Like, we've been doing it every Tuesday. He's like, I haven't seen anything.
YouTube boosts people, man.
Then he went on and he was like, I'm on sub from this guy. He was showing me the screenshots. He was like, look at this. I was like, well, that's
Lord Catalyst and 2nd Street Marvel. Now you know I'm not lying. YouTube boosts people off your subscriber list.
It's happened. It's definitely happened. Hail Lonely Banter. Look at this one right here for LB. Hail Lonely Banter for breaking the Spider-Man story, at least for me. He broke it for me too, honestly. He sent me a text and I'm like, I'm out and about. I can't make no video. So I was like, well, I got a live stream. I guess we talk about it here. That'll be my video. So, you know, what's up? Snow Dub is here.
Snow Dub.
What's up, Patriarch?
Yeah, Patriarch of the Sith. Man, checking out LB and everyone's channel. Mad's Mama Bears always. Mad's Mama Bears got into a little Twitter drama the other day. So
where they at? Yeah, where they at so we can beat them down? Where they at?
Woo, she can handle her own. She was talking about that lady Remfamous. She was like, who is this clown talking bad about the she handled it. Paul says we're the top shaggers. Oh, look at this. Big Time Mary has blessed us with her presence, who was on Anna the Star Wars girl live stream, killing it. Funny story, if you didn't see that stream, Mary was like halfway through this, like they were talking, and all of a sudden Anna, so they had like, 20,000 people watching Mary, which is awesome because it does, she's amazing. And then Anna just disappeared. And Mary's like, is anybody here? And we're all like, you got this, Mary? Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. And she just took over Anna's live stream like it was nothing.
That's crazy.
And I had it was funny because I got some I'm gonna get to your super chats. I gotta tell this story. I had Mary's Social Blade account because I was like, let me see how she does. And when she was by herself on that stream, like her Social Blade was going do 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 do, like people were subbing like boo 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 boo. It was awesome. It was awesome. Great job.
What's up, everybody?
Mary, I see you Thursday, baby.
Oh, 2nd Street Marvel, what's up, my friend?
Not much. How you doing today?
He took all our topics, and did his own live stream. So
I was with it. I was with it.
And I was saying in the stream too. Towards the end, I was like, man, I feel bad when I said what I said on that on that tweet, man. I was like, damn, I came off a little wrong. I didn't mean it to sound that harsh.
It's all, hey man, it's all love. It's all
that's
love.
how we do in the DMs, man.
Kind
of like what I did to LB, I guess.
Yeah, it's what you do.
I'm still hurt by on Friday.
Yeah, me and LB are furious.
On Friday, I drove like a big old bus over him. He thought,
man, Kermit the Log and Snow Dub. If you guys are here for the most, can you guys can you guys mod real quick and please plug you? I'm gonna plug you, Snow Dub, and not physically, but and Kermit the Log. We're gonna plug your channels. If you could just mod for us, I want you to put every Super Chat's channel or whatever they have in the chat because I really appreciate it. I got a couple here. We're gonna get right off the bat. Then we're gonna talk a little Spider-Man. We're gonna talk a little Spider-Man because me and LB agree on this thing with Spider-Man. So we're gonna see how all this works about Spider-Man. and how Captain Marvel will now take over the franchise. And we'll see how well that does. We'll start with Mary Mayhem. She says, $2 super chat. She says, drunk is my hero. No.
He's a hero to us all.
You're my hero because you did such an awesome job on Anna's stream when she disappeared for whatever, 20 minutes. You were like reading the chat. It was like people were like, listen, Mary did such a good job. You're not going to believe this. But John Campia came into the stream and sent her a super chat about what she was talking about. One of her movies, Melissa. I can't pronounce it. My tongue. Maleficent. 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 That's the one. You know what I'm talking about.
I thought it was magnificent.
Maleficent. Oh, I can't say it. So John Campia, of all people, came and I was like, that's not the real John Campia. And I clicked the thing and it sure enough went to his channel. So Mary just killed it. My man, Mexican Iron Man, boom. Says some black guys in a drunk sounds good. Some black guys in a drunk with a nose powdered frog, a Corona lid puppet, and a rusty high Mexican looking in from outside their windows.
What?
Sounds well sexy. He's talking about it. So if you don't know, the Mexican Iron Man, he is a secret agent for our friend Doomcock.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's on the Doomcock team, and he goes out and does like some secret stuff. So you guys might want to follow him and check him out because he sometimes he leaks it. He leaks some information before Doomcock makes a video of it, So Mr. Mexican Iron Man, I'm on to you, buddy. I'm on to you. And welcome back, Micah D. He says, I am unsubbed from half of everybody. Kept LB and Damaj and I, but lost Drunk, Fatal J, most of Geeks and Gamers, lost world-class BSers, but not EVS. I don't know what the F is up, but it sucks. Well, welcome back, brother.
He don't like me.
I sent him. It was weird. So here's what happened, Mark. Here's what happened, Mike. It was really weird. Snowdub commented on a picture of you cooking ribs, and he said something like it was really good. And then I went, man, I haven't heard from Mike in a while. So I sent him a direct message. I was like, hey, man, everything good? I haven't seen you on Twitter. I haven't heard from you. Is everything all right? And he goes, what you talking about? He goes, I haven't seen you in a while. Are you okay? And I was like, nah, man, I'm good. And then all of a sudden he goes, oh, my God, I'm unsubbed. And then he showed me screens. He's like, I don't even have Fatal J. I don't have this one. I don't have that one. So, that's how it is. R2D2, what's up? Yeah,
Fatal J said that about me one time too.
Look at LV. It kept me. That's all that matters. Oh my goodness. Let me scroll down and make sure I'm caught up with everyone. Michael with another $2 super chat. Mary is another one. Another they kicked me from like 3 times now. All right, so maybe it's time that you get a little ratchet and get some YouTube fixer-upper glue or something.
2nd Street, do you see now? I told you YouTube kicked me off.
Huh?
You remember you wonder why I subscribed to you back. I said YouTube kicked me off.
Nah, dude, you was never subscribed to me.
Yes, I was, bro.
You don't even like me, dude.
Yes,
I'm not even subscribed to him. And he's on my show.
He deleted me.
Stealing my stuff. I don't understand. It's a LB tells me. LB sends me a text. Hey man, 2nd Street's a lot. Just pop in and say hi. You can leave. It's all good, man. No, he doesn't. Yeah, Mary, we were all cheering you on. So that was that's how it is. Look at that. 2nd Street, always welcome at Micah's. That man be cooking. He cooks enough steak and ribs and everything for an army.
I seen those pictures, man. That looked good.
That's how that is. Let me make sure. Hey, Curtis is here. What's up, brother? Thank you for stopping by. William is here. Snowtop said, I ain't doing nothing. You plan to plug me. Oh, no problem. Another super chat from Stone Cold Jeremy. He says, just dropping a super chat to show y'all some love, drunk. Man, Stone Cold Jeremy.
That's real.
I don't have a beer for you, brother,
Chris,
but
no.
I got some herbal tea. I mean, I have some coffee. Excuse me.
I guess Chris Curran wants to see what shirt I'm wearing. He asked me if I just came from the gym. I live in Southern California, man. It's hot out here, but it's
Man, you ain't got to show people the muscles all the time. We know you got them. We know you got the muscles.
It's the Young Ripper shirt. It's the Young Ripper shirt. Respect the source material.
You want to show everybody the guns, man. We know you yoked up.
No,
Shellback with a $2 super chat. He says some black guys in Panama chat. Hey, do my best, man. This is my incognito hat when I was at Galaxy's Edge yesterday. It was hot and it was rainy.
That's that cocaine drug lord hat, man.
Yo soy cubano. Entiendo? There you go. That's the only Spanish he knows. Purple Minded, what's up? There we go. All right, we caught up. First of all, thank you all for the super chats. Thank you so much for the super chats. I cannot, thank you guys enough. We're trying to do something with Haiti coming up, so that's what I'll have more information when I get all the information, and we'll go from there. So it's awesome. It's awesome. Now, boy, that just took like 15 minutes just saying hi to this awesome chat.
Yeah.
Boy, they going strong on me today.
It's tight though.
No, we got everybody.
They going hard today. They said I look like Ricky Ricardo. Wasn't he Puerto Rican though?
Yeah, he was Puerto Rican.
Saying I look like a secret agent.
What's up, Rhodes? Micah, everybody in the chat, man. Let me type that.
What's up, Rhodes?
We got my Phantom Menace shirt on though. Phantom Menace took some hits this week, but we coming back strong.
Man,
man. There's a lot of love coming in this today, man. Rhodes Rants with the $3 super chat. He says, what the world, dudes? All right, listen. Oh my gosh, Micah, I'm gonna get to it. 1 second. If you don't, I'm sorry, LB and Second Street is just how I don't know how to change that to get y'all away from.
It's cool. It don't bother me.
Or like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Nobody wants to see my ugly face anyway, dude. It's all good.
Last week you had that thing on me the whole
time. Well, that was okay. Anyway, I want to talk about Rhodes Rants. Thank you for it, because his channel, listen, Rhodes Rants, in my own opinion, has my favorite opening. I've been part of the Rhodes Squadron now for about 6 months. And I wish you get to 1,000 subscribers, Rhodes Rants, because you got awesome content. He's funny. Got my favorite. So I listened when I first saw him. I was like, what the heck? Like that King Kong's in the Trunk song, like just hit perfectly with his intro. And then I had him do a breaking news intro for me when he was at like around 500 subscribers. And then all of a sudden last week, he does 2 videos without the intro. And I'm like, I can't watch them. I almost unsubscribed. I can't watch no more. Like, because that song gets me hyped for his videos.
Yeah.
Hype, man. I'm like, I'm ready to hear the news. And he's like, I'm back. Rhodes
Rants.
Star Wars. I'm like, that's what
he sounded just like him.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Great.
I only have a few people on notification. LB's one of them. Sorry, Fatal. I only have a few people.
That's messed up.
I still get in there. I
always wonder why y'all never comment on my stuff.
I still get in there. But Rhodes Rants is the one I'm like, oh, check this out. Because like when I'm in the car, I can just hit the button and it's like, dur, 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 and then I'm back. Rhodes Rants, whatever you're talking about. Anyway, sub to Rhodes Rants.
Yeah, Micah, he was on one of my live streams the other day, and when I was talking about music and stuff, and it sounds like we got a lot of similar music tastes.
It's pretty good. Anyway, that's sorry. $10 super chat from Mike. It says, I'd be happy sharing my home and being the Phantom Menace official barbecue cook. If anyone comes to Orlando, you have a free cot to stay in which is in the homemade detachable full bar. Dang. All right. I already lived there. So full bar just it pops my Popeye. You know, that people say I have. It pops my Popeye interest. So we're gonna get together at Disney Springs, man, soon enough. It's pretty awesome. Micah, man, you just another $2 super chat from Micah.
Micah,
thank
did you
you,
get paid
if
for
I had a
that?
problem, I'd let you know. Well, I sent him a message saying, I was saying, bro, did I do something like, you know, if I did something to offend you or like upset you, please, like, I'm the kind of person that just tell me like privately and we can walk through it. So I was like you unsub, you unfollow me. Did I do something, you know, that I bother you or something? Did I say something? Let's just walk through it.
Well, look, Michael, I'm offended. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, you make it up to me with these super chats. I'm just kidding, man. You awesome.
He sent in another one. He said, no one wants to see LB's mug anyway. Oh, $2 super chat. I want to see it, though. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Salty Nerd? He's here. Be Good Men is here. Be Good Man, I gotta apologize to you as one of my platinum patrons. I forgot to put your link in the description. That's on me. But my good friends Kermit the Log and Snow Dub will make sure that it's in the chat. Look at Mad Mitch is on top of things. LB, he is on top of things.
Mad Mitch is the man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down. Let me see if I get caught up. I'm not even gonna read that. $2 super chat. Fatal J, I work hard for these super chats.
That's real.
That's what he says.
That's real, bro. I respect that.
Oh, boom, another one. He goes, LOL. I don't curse on my live stream, so I'm gonna say, dang it, Jay, I got you when you are monetized. I know, brother. I know. All right, we caught up. Thank you all for being here. And so right before we get started, the somewhat unofficial, probably official because it came from a very credible source, is that Spider-Man, you know, Sony went to Disney and MCU and said, I don't like that deal. I'm taking Spider-Man back. We did pretty good with Venom. We did pretty good with Spider-Verse. I think we can do that. So let me snatch it back. Now I want to ask LB first, and then we'll go around just some thoughts because I watched his video on it. I thought it was an excellent video. If you hadn't check it out, check out LB's. And I'm gonna get to this. Oh, I'm gonna get to this, Rowan Blade. I actually have a video on it. You can watch the whole thing, but I'll get to it. So LB, what's your thoughts on good move, bad move?
I want to say it's a bad move because Sony has history of doing bad things, but on the other one part is like, okay, Amy Pascal's not running Sony anymore, and she was behind the bad Spider-Man movies, and they got a new guy. I think it's Tim or Tom Rothman or something.
So he's terrible. Yeah,
he's got history too, but. And we saw what happened with Venom. Like, Venom was terrible. I mean, people like the Spider-Verse movie, but it's like, why change something? But then on the other side, it's like, okay, we're making all this money off our movies. Why do we need you, Disney? You know what I'm saying? That's how Sony's looking at it. And a lot of fans are like, you're messing things up. Why you won't share the money? It's like, okay, if you ran a business, why would you want to share money with another company? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, the selfish part of me is like, yeah, he's leaving the MCU. That's not cool because, you know, I want Marvel to have all their characters. But, like, from the business sense side, it's like, I mean, I'd side with Sony.
Well, let me ask you this, though. But if you had a business, LB, and I said, hey, let me take this one piece of your business. You don't have to do nothing. I'm just going to send you a check each month. That wouldn't entice you. or as a business owner, you're looking at how much money I'm making and going, I can make that. I just need my character back. Right? Is that how you're looking at it? Because I mean, there's two ways you could look at it. You could look at the lazy route, so to speak, and just say, I'm just getting a check. I don't have to put in any work. I ain't got to hire a director. I ain't got to write nothing. I ain't got to do nothing, and just collect a check.
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially
or you could say they're making billions. I need to get my character back.
That's essentially what Sony's doing. They're basically like, look, Kevin Feige, you do what you got to do. We'll pay for everything. We market everything, but we taking all the money. And like Disney's like, okay, Spider-Man was dead in the water until was put into our MCU. So Disney's like, man, we need a bigger cut of this. And like Sony's like, nah, bro, we good. So for me, it's like if I'm Sony, it's like, why would I want to share my profit? You know, like it's my character. You don't have any rights to the character. Like, cool, y'all produced the movie. Like Marvel Studios produced the movie, but we're the ones fronting the money. So it's like,
those are the two sides. So,
yeah, I mean,
Fado, what you got? What's your thoughts on the whole thing?
First off, I want to say I love Lonely Banter with all my heart, and I apologize for some of the things I said to you. I really do mean that. But this is what I think about the thing. It's going to be pretty good that we getting some competition for Disney. I feel like Disney got a hold on too much things. And I like it when we got movies like from companies like Disney, from DC, and then we got movies from Sony. It just keeps the competition flowing. Because if you got a team like, let's just say the Patriots, they win all the time, but how boring does that get? So I think it's good that we got some diversity going on. That's just my little tidbit, though.
And Second Street, what you got?
Well, I mean, I think LB really covered a lot of that stuff, man. I mean, they're making all the. I mean, basically, what happens is, they got all this contract going on, and they're gonna have disputes over it. And the thing is I think they needed the MCU to help them get into a spot where Spider-Man was going to be a good, viable product for them. But once they see, oh, this movie made $1 billion, well, you know what? Maybe we want a little bit more,
right?
So. Yeah, I think it's the same thing. Like, and the thing is, they still put forth enough money out of making those movies. But yeah, at that point, they see the potential. But then also a lot of that potential is there because of what they've done at Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige and what they've done with him over there. So it's hard to say that what would be the right thing for them to do would be to continue to play ball and maybe let them have control. Not control, but use those characters in their universe, all of their characters. They would be smart to do that, but obviously making a deal where they're getting at least a good cut of the money too. I mean, it's got to be something somewhat fair. I mean, but then that would come with I guess the negotiations of who's going to pay for what. Then
All right, so that leads us to the most powerful question. In my personal opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, I was thinking that they were going to launch Spider-Man as one of the leaders for Phase 4 and 5. And now, because of his popularity and his box office draw. So now who steps up now they look like they might have to scramble. If they don't get another deal done, they're going to have to scramble. Maybe not scramble, but rewrite their overall, 5-year plan like they did with the other guys. And
but this is the kicker. How would the masses know any change if they still use Tom Holland? You know what I mean?
I don't know if they would, but I'm just saying who steps up now is going to be like we had Iron Man, Captain Marvel. Iron Man, Captain America were like the leaders of the last 10 years. They were kind of like the popular and then you threw in Black Panther because of his. I'm just going by box office numbers, mind you. All right. So then Captain Marvel was at the very end. She crossed $1 billion. So are they going to push Captain Marvel now as the new leader?
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, they are. They pretty much already said they were, and that was. I mean, before the movie even came out, Kevin Feige said that she's pretty much going to be leading up the next phases and everything going forward. So I mean, obviously, I think we all kind of knew that Iron Man wasn't going to be there after Endgame before we all seen it and knew he died. But they were pushing Captain Marvel far before that anyway. I mean, so much so that they shoehorned her into the MCU. So,
But Drunk, I see where you flowing from because Spider-Man is that dude when it comes to Marvel. Matter of fact, he's the #1 star above Iron Man, all them other characters, Captain America. So I see what you're saying. So
LB, if Captain Marvel 2 does terrible, do they switch it up? Like, do they sit back and go, we need to rewrite this, or should we push another character? Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's money, man. Money does the talking. What do you think? I think they might push Black Panther if Captain Marvel 2.
I mean, honestly, from how the MCU is right now, it's only logical for Black Panther to say, I'm leading the Avengers, because for one, he's a king. For two, he's the one with all the resources now. And like for three, why wouldn't he, like, comparing him to say Captain Marvel, who has no leadership skills, Thor's like whatever, Captain America's gone. Like, who else do they have? I mean, Spider-Man, even if he's still in the MCU, it'd be like, okay, he doesn't have any leadership skills. He's always questioning himself. So how would he more so be a leader of an Avengers team? But I mean, that's later on down the road. But I could see them going with the whole, we're going to over push Captain Marvel because they think that her appeal is bigger than what it is. Because I mean, MCU right now is foolproof. Like they're going to, it's like they're going to make $1 billion regardless of who's in the movie and when they put it out now. So yeah.
What do you think? What's your prediction though? Do you think it'll be up?
Be her?
No, like the next. So what's the next? Like, what do you think Marvel's Phase 4? Will it make the money that we saw in like Phase 3? Not counting Infinity Wars or Endgame, mind you, but I'm just saying, like, on their average, do you think going forward, if the word gets out saying, hey, we got no more Spider-Man, so please like our Captain Marvel, please like our new female Thor, which I really like Second Street Marvel's theory on that, but still, all that.
I think the movies will go back down to the norm of solo movies for MCU, which was like they'll make around 400, 500, 600 million worldwide. I don't think you'll be seeing $1 billion movies after $1 billion movies because the next phase doesn't have any big event movie to build up to as of yet. So yeah,
that's the thing.
Thor. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about the main characters that's already had a movie. Like the new movies, I doubt it. Like Black Panther 2 probably make $1 billion. Captain Marvel 2 might. I think when they do go with Captain Marvel 2, they'll do like a gimmick type movie, kind of like how they did with Civil War and like Winter Soldier. Like they had co-stars in the movie, like Ragnarok. That's what I think they'll do with that to give her more of a hype. Because I mean, despite the movie making $1 billion, like honestly, it wasn't getting rave reviews except for the crazy people.
Exactly. What you got, Fatal? Go ahead.
I think that was brilliant, a brilliant move by Sony though. Just use them kind of like a commercial or something. All them years, boost up that character and then gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Take that character back, and now guess what? The next time they see a Spider-Man movie, people still gonna think that's under MCU. So I think that was good business.
But what happens to Tom Holland?
I mean, he's still going to be in the Spider-Man movies. They're planning 2 more Spider-Man movies, so he's going to be in the next 2. But like, honestly,
hold on. Help! You lost me there. So basically, Sony's gonna they took everything, and they're gonna make the movies. Yeah,
they're gonna keep making movies. They're just not gonna have Marvel Studios be the ones doing.
So they can't interject like Black Panther or Captain Marvel or it'll be solo films, but they could inject Venom. They could inject Carnage. They could. Okay, so Tom Holland will switch over. Oh, dude, that actually, now that I hear this out loud, that's actually brilliant.
It's brilliant. And I'm going to tell you something. Ever since Venom popped off, they starting a SCU, a Spider-Man cinematic universe.
Their own little. That is possible.
And I'm serious because Jared Leto is working on Morbius, which is another Spider-Man villain.
Let me get this super chat and then Second Street. You're up after this. Micah D says, "Where's Demajani?"
He's in jail.
Black guys, a drunk, and a Hispanic. He's in the chat, by the way. Demajani is in the back of a police car.
Exactly.
And sadly, he's allowed to be in the chat. The police said you got one phone call to make, and he's staying. This is his call right here because he's dedicated to the show.
Demajani, I told you to pay them tickets, dog.
That's
By the way, I saw someone said that Black Panther didn't do well overseas. It made $646 million. That's not bad.
No, it did well. It did very well. I still think it made.
It's one of the few MCU movies since the international box office is blown up to actually make more domestically than it made overseas. Yeah. But it still did well. 646. That's great.
Yeah. Didn't it make more than Captain Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was up there. What's your thoughts, Second Street? Thank you for being patient.
Oh, yeah, I was sitting here listening to you guys go on. I forgot exactly what we were talking about here. I mean,
who would step up, and was this a good move from Sony?
Yeah, I mean, is it a good move? It's not a wise move. I mean, they can survive being separate, but at the same time, it kind of makes me wonder if maybe they're just going to get all the rights to the character back. Basically, they'll be able to be calling like all the shots, and maybe they make the Spider-Man movies that are tied into the MCU under their own studio, maybe with just Kevin Feige kind of, maybe helping them, maybe oversee it and like some of the production and things like that, so where it matches up with the MCU. I don't know. I would think they would try to work something out like that if they were going to do it all. But certainly, like I said, they have all the people that they're on enough people for the Spider-Man universe. But yeah, as far as like the Avengers, I mean, they are going to have Captain Marvel. She's going to be leading the team. Black Panther will be probably an ally. Will he actually be on the Avengers? I mean, it's hard to say. They did so many. There's just so many things they did in the comic books, and we know they don't exactly follow a lot of the stuff from the comic books neither. As much as they do. So
Micah D with the $2 super chat says Second Street Marvel rocks. By the way, I love his videos.
Oh, well, I agree. Thank you, Micah D. Too.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that.
I just wanted to add on to it. It's like what I was going to say. And even with like Deadline saying, okay, Sony's like they couldn't come to an agreement of how to continue on because Disney wanted a big chunk of the money. It's not like this is over and done with. Like it can't change. Like they're probably still negotiating. I'm pretty sure Disney's gonna keep trying because Disney wants Spider-Man in the universe. I mean, it's their character. They just don't have the film right. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna still keep trying. But like, I'm not mad at Sony. I see why Sony's like, no. Why would we change this? Like, why would we share the money? You know what I'm saying? But creatively, and as a fan, I wish that they would find a way to work this out because like. The end of Spider-Man 3 was building up to something that could have been great in the MCU.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom Hardy and Tom Holland in the same movie, Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Take my money.
I mean, if they do it right, that I mean, that's the key. That's the key. I sent you guys a tweet.
Hold on. Let me address what's his name. Heroic Avenger 96. I didn't say it's not done. I'm saying like they can still come back to the table and say, let's figure this out. That's all I'm saying. Like this isn't like sports, the NBA finals where you play a series and then it's over. Like they can come back to the table and renegotiate or whatever. We don't know. We'll have to see. But
there's been no official thing released by anybody, by any of the studios yet. There's been nothing official actually said yet.
What's up, Demajani? I made it.
Yeah, see, I'm on my lunch break right now. I'm on my lunch break right now, so I figured I'd give y'all a shout. I'm not in the back of a police car. See, here's my bike. See, I'm not in the back. I'm not in the back of no police cars.
For now. What up, man?
Well, since you only got a few minutes, what's your take on this whole thing, my friend?
Here's what I think. I think there's a power move. they're going to try to get a big of a cut out of it. Now, with that being said, if they take Peter and put him in his own Spider-Verse, I think it'd be better because I think Venom was dumb without Spider-Man. That's just me. I don't like Venom without Spider-Man. It was a well enough movie, but it wasn't my cup of tea without Spider-Man. But
I thought it was.
Yeah, I think it's a power move. That's basically what it is. Because it's gonna be dumb for them to do that because now everybody's gonna be expecting that particular Spider-Man, and if you take him away from it, now what they should do is just do like kind of like how Disney was gonna do with like Avatar and Star Wars. I would say do one Sony version and then do an MCU version. You know, split up like that. I don't know. That's just me.
They can't. They don't have the film rights. They can't do nothing Spider-Man.
You mean right now?
Period.
Yeah.
They need to do something there.
That's the thing. It's just I mean, I agree, Stone Cold, right here. There is oh my goodness, there are so much that they can do with that, with Carnage and Venom and that's just, to me, that's just awesome. So if you add them, I agree. I saw Venom. It was entertaining, but it was missing something.
I think Spider-Man is one of the few actual. Well, I can't say that because I don't read the comics like that. But I think he's one of the few MCU people that could stand on his own with his own like universe due to the villains he has.
Yeah, I agree.
He got good villains.
I agree. I think him and Batman can do their own thing without anybody else because their villains are so on point.
Yeah.
I'm not a Batman fan, but his villains are the greatest.
They're the best
of all time. Like there's no getting around. And same with Spider-Man. Spider-Man's villains are absolutely amazing. You got to dig deep, like into Second Street Marvel territory to really understand villains for like Iron Man, like like most people that went and saw The Mandalorian in Iron Man 3 didn't even know who the Mandalorian was. So when it was like a big letdown, that
the Mandarin, not Mandalorian.
Yeah, when he was just an actor in the movie, you were kind of like, well, that.
Yeah, that
was.
Me,
I was like, that sucks.
That annoyed me. Like going up to the whole point with the Mandarin, I thought he was going to be an awesome freaking villain because the way they portrayed him at first. You know, like when he's like, and you never see me coming, you know, something like that. And I'm like, oh, that's hot, you know. And then they're gonna put they do the subvert expectations with that nonsense. Yeah. That was like the first of subverting expectations that went south bad.
But for regular viewers, it didn't click because the Mandalorian is one of those people you got to know.
Mandarin.
Hold on, I got a super chat for you with Dimash and I. Here's will you read it read it, Fatal J. Will you read it for me?
Okay. $5 from Shellback TJC. Here's some money for the free Dimash and I legal fund.
I don't understand where y'all got this idea that I be having police trouble. I told y'all I'm a Carlton, man. I don't never go. I'm the gulliest Carlton you gonna meet, but I'm still a Carlton.
All right, someone's gonna have to explain to the chat what a Carlton is because they don't.
Y'all don't know what a Carlton is?
It's a good black guy.
Does anybody know what like? If you don't know what a Carlton is in the chat, please just say explain what a Carlton. Just ask us to explain what that is.
It's just
we'd be happy to fill you in. We'd be happy to fill you in if it comes in. It all started from our very first show when you had that awful mic trouble and somebody said that you were in the back of a police car. I don't know who started that room.
Was you drunk?
It was Abu Nab.
It was drunk.
Oh, look, Maximus Prime says Carlton got stopped by the police too.
He sure did. It was an episode where he got caught by the police.
Yeah.
Does that answer it for y'all? Kermit said.
But in any case, I don't be having that kind of situations. Do I get tickets? Yeah. Who doesn't get a ticket? I mean, the illest ticket I ever got was on my bike, and I was hitting it pretty hard, and I think he clocked me at 85. And that cost me like $1,000.
All right. He wants to know what a Carlton is as Fatal J walks off the set. Oh, well, there's a TV show back in the day called Family Matters.
No,
it was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking of who was the guy on Family Matters?
That was Steve Urkel.
Steve Urkel.
And he wasn't a Carlton.
I don't get down like Steve Urkel, man.
your voice sound like him though.
You know what? This is a family show, so I'm just gonna say screw you, buddy.
Oh man,
that's right. Carlton did the dance. That's right, and he listened to. I got it. Oh, Shellback comes in with the answers with the super chat. Well, then do the Carlton. He wants.
I'm not gonna do that. First off, I got my cell phone, so I can't do that. And third off, I'm in the middle of the street, so I'm definitely not doing that. Everybody's trying to bail me out. Listen, what you could be giving to the Marginal Needs a Haircut Fund. Now that I will accept.
I don't see any hair on your head, bro.
I got a low Caesar. I gotta keep the low Caesar, man.
Link his Patreon down in the description.
Can you read that?
$5 from Jamie Dick. I help with that fund.
Wait, now, why would you want to help? The Majinai is single and ready to. Oh, another super chat. And he left.
He left.
So he's like, I'm out. I'm out. Oh.
$2, $2 for Demajinai's bail. He's coming. You know he was coming back. Man, we were like, dang, Demajinai couldn't handle it. He had to leave.
I hit the wrong button. I told him on my cell phone.
We thought the cops found you and you were just taking off, man. And that's just, man.
How you gonna see? Do you see any cops around me? Hold on. You see any cops over here?
It's a black man yelling in a parking lot. You got to be careful, my friend. As a friend, all I know is LB knows if you do that in Orlando, there could be trouble.
Hey, Texas too.
I see Little Man, Second Street. There's Little Man.
Yeah. He's asking, he wants a snack.
Yeah,
he wants a snack.
I had to try to jump on this real quick because I got like maybe another 15 minutes I could rock with y'all. But if you want to continue the show, go on ahead. And I'll just I'll
good,
chime
man.
in as I go.
You good? We just talking so if you're Sony and you have the ability to say this is what I want to see Spider-Man, Demajinai, what you got cooking? You're gonna put Venom and Carnage. You're gonna do all that. You're gonna throw it all in together.
Yeah, now see, here's the only problem I have now. The problem I have now is being that they led with Venom first, where essentially, when you think about it, Venom doesn't get as strong as he does until he bonds with Spider-Man for so long. Because remember, the symbiote, obviously it's a symbiote, so it attaches to the person and takes some of that power and adds to it. So when Eddie Brock got the suit, it had all of Peter Parker's abilities on top of Eddie Brock's natural strength, because Eddie Brock was already strong. He was already hitting the gym hard body. As a matter of fact, let me ask y'all real quick: if y'all had a person would you think to play Eddie Brock? Now I'm not knocking Tom Hardy, but I always said if Brock Lesnar was an actor, he would have been a perfect Eddie Brock. Perfect.
I know why you thinking that, because he got that flat top.
He looked like Eddie Brock.
Yeah. No, I think they killed it with
Eddie
Tom
Brock
Hardy.
was as big as Brock Lesnar in the comic.
Eddie Brock was yoked up. He was yoked up.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Why am I not? I don't remember that for some reason. I always saw him, I saw him as the athlete, the football player, the jock and stuff, but Brock Lesnar's a terrible actor. He would do a terrible job.
Oh, okay.
I know. I said if he was a good actor, he would have made a good choice.
I know what the Majinai thinking. Okay, Drunk, think about this. Think Dolph Lundgren in Rocky IV.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You know what? That's actually a good choice too. That's a good choice too.
And anybody remember that fight with the Russian from the Punisher movie? Wasn't that a great scene? Yeah. Anyway.
Patriarch of the Sith got jokes, man. He got jokes.
What's up, Callis?
What's up, Lord Callis?
Lord Callis.
What's up? How are you?
What up, man?
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Good.
Spider-Man.
What's up?
And he had to go. That's all
No,
right.
I'm here. I just had to talk to the baby. Hold on one second. Now I do have to.
There you go. Hey man, that's how it is.
Popping in here too.
Who played Carnage?
It's supposed to
Nobody
be
played Carnage, but right now they got Woody Harrelson.
It's
playing
Woody
Carnage.
Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, what's up, Julie?
Oh, Julie, how you doing, Julie?
Hey, Julie.
Julie, what's up?
Oh man.
Right.
Bro, thank you, Snowed Up. $2. Drunk help me in dark times, man. I love this man. No FOMO. Nah, brother, you inspired some people, man, and you listen, man. Like Snowed Up went through a rough week, but he's coming through, man. He was able to like mend some bridges, and my man got a new. I don't know if I say this out loud, but he did good today, man. He's working and all that stuff, and he's doing good, man. And we want to get his channel going. Him and Kermit the Log, they do a hilarious show. They do a hilarious live stream, and they just cut up.
Yeah, they be tripping on that one.
Theme. So Snow, make sure you plug your channel. And I got a couple more channels to plug right here. My man Lethal Lightning, $2 super chat. He says, I show pics of Drunk 3PO to get women in the mood.
Dang. What kind of freaky stuff you doing, bro? That's some freaky stuff, man.
I think you should start showing Demajanai's picture. That'll make it go by quicker.
Hey, listen, I do challenge you for the best looking man on YouTube.
That's what I was wondering. Is y'all still doing the battle? Is y'all still doing the battle?
Hold on, let me get a light a little better. Let me get into the light.
We want to see your hair. Haircut. You shouldn't be saying that. That's all I'm saying.
What's that?
If you need a haircut, you shouldn't be saying that. You gotta do that after haircut. Then we'll have a.
Nah, my hair ain't bad. My hair, I always keep it real low though. It's just a little. Got a little bit of fuzz on it now.
Imagine that. You tell Drunk it don't matter about the haircut. You still got it.
That's true.
You still got it.
I believe that. Shellbag, the $5 super chat. He says, when the cops come, all Demajanai hears is whoop whoop whoop. He's saying that's all we're gonna hear. You're gonna be talking, and we're gonna hear whoop 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 whoop, and then you will no longer be with us in the live stream. Micah D, $5. My wife April says she will take Tom Hardy in anything, anytime, anywhere. That's her Gail Gadot. Oh, I hear you. That's her Gail Gadot. Does she like Tom Hardy speaking British or speaking English, American English? There's a difference there. So, you know, there's
Mad Mama is not happy with the lack of love she's getting tonight.
Oh man, we gotta fix that. Wait, Julie says, "Hey, what's so cool right now is LB's hat when he is looking straight. What is that? At reads Lando.
I think she said straight up.
Oh, his hat reads Lando. I see what you're saying.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
You're right.
Yeah, if you go straight ahead and say,
you got to square up.
No.
I see what you're saying. Oh, listen, Matt Mama Bear,
Demajanai
will never forget you. Fatal will never forget you. I will never forget you.
I will say this. I was trying to see the chat, but I can't see it on my phone, so I can't really interact with what's going on inside the chat right now.
Man, this will show you I will never forget you.
Oh, this guy. I can't unsee that, man. I can't unsee that.
We're having 40 people watching. We're back down to 30. So thanks a lot, Fatal J. That's how.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm sorry about that, man. I'm sorry.
Micah, $5. By the way, Drunk, Jason Ward is mad at me for not stalking you enough. Pics were blurry. He doesn't know what Home Depot you got to go. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Jason Ward, you know, he wants to be relevant again, and he just can't. He just can't do it. So listen. If y'all didn't know, Mad's Mama Bear was in a little. She was in a little. She stepped into a little Twitter. You know, thing with Remfamous. I don't know if y'all know who Remfamous is.
Oh, wait. She got into it with Remfamous?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just enough to show her. Just enough to tell Remfamous you're dumb and move along. So
Remfamous blocked me finally. She tried to get me to come on the anti-Comicsgate side for a hot second. And I'm like, every time y'all say something about Comicsgate, it seems like I'm hearing y'all talk smack. I don't hear anything from Comicsgate. But then, you know, you have like the whole war campaign and them be trolling on them and everything. But I'm like, yo, they trolling on you. But then you try to act like everybody else is being like, you know, toxic and isms and is. But every time I see anybody talking dirt, it's on y'all side. And so she's like, oh, she tried to send me this thing with Ethan, a whole list of things that he was saying, but that don't mean nothing.
If you don't, Remfamous is a person that like she finds people's home address, and she does stuff to it. It's really crazy. This lady.
Yeah, she went after Tug too. She went after Tug allegedly.
Yeah, crazy with this lady. She's been kicked off Twitter a million times. She just keeps creating different accounts. Anyway, $2 from Micah says that she likes him speaking British. So the woman likes the British Tom Holland. You know, the British Tom Holland.
Right. Yeah, y'all these people be so scared of getting doxxed. Like, bruh, I'm a Florida man. I'm good.
See, and I understand what he's talking about, the speaking British thing, because like for me, when I think of Black Widow, I want to hear her speaking some Russian. You know, I want her to have that Russian accent.
She tried in Iron Man 2, didn't she?
Yeah, tried, but I mean, maybe they should just get a Russian chick in there.
Yeah, she did try in Iron Man, and then we were kind of like, just do your
just do it regular.
Please plug for the $2 super chat. Plug Mad's Mama Bear's Twitter and channel. Can one of my moderators put Mad's Mama Bear Twitter?
I'll do it right now.
All right, LB's about to put you in there. Mad's Mama Bear. Everyone follow her on Twitter. She is
awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say she will get your back. She will defend your back. She will take care of it all, man. She ain't no joke. Julie's just loving on you today, LB. She is just loving on you. LB, your hat is so cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Lando.
They want to know when John Campea will show up in my show. I don't know.
I don't know. That would be funny though. That would be a funny show.
Kermit the Log says
Remfamous is sexiest.
Who is this Remfamous y'all talking about?
I don't think Piggly Wigglies.
Is she a lady?
Yeah. That's allegedly. She doesn't speak Maine.
Hey, if John Campea showed up in his chat, there'll be some real beef going on because I'm gonna ask him some questions.
He showed up in Anna's live stream and sent her a super chat. That was so funny.
Yeah, he did. I was on that stream. He did that.
So Mary, right here, there it is. LB put Mad's Mama Bear. Go check her out on Twitter. She's awesome.
She's awesome.
So Drunk, what you trying to say? We got to get some white girls in here to get the big YouTubers in here?
Nah, we don't need them. We all right. They don't want to come in here because they're scared.
White girls and the black guys. Black guys and some white girls.
Hey, we need to sub you out one night and bring in a white girl so you know we can get it popping in here.
Shay, what you think about the new name? White girls and some black guys.
There it is. Oh yeah.
so what white
sounds like a porn in the making.
Yeah.
What white YouTuber white girl can we get in here for a night?
That's how it'll work. Micah with $2, $2 for Second Street. He's 100% right. How you like?
If the chat suggests a white girl we could get in here, I'll get them because you know if they don't come, we'll call them racist.
They
don't want that.
That's how it is. It's got to be the right White girl.
No, I want a white girl that like legit don't hang around black guys, so she can feel uncomfortable around us. That would make a much better live stream,
bro. That sounds like a porno intro.
Yeah,
like,
it would get
nasty. 3 black guys and a white girl.
Don't that sound like an intro to a porno? She real nervous.
It sure does.
Guys.
I'm gonna go scouring the YouTube for a white YouTuber girl. So we'll make it happen.
Mayhem. But we'll see. Could be
Mary's comfortable. I want one to be like, she'll ignore my first message. And I gotta like send her a few.
Oh man, you guys are crazy. Look at that, Matt's mama bear.
Nah, man, you got to be scared. Like this one that like afraid to bring you home to the parents scared. That's what I want.
Boy, the chat's going hard right now, man. Jessie,
she's not afraid either. And she's from Philly.
Yeah,
Jessie from Philly.
She takes no.
And she with Jeff.
She takes
from World Class.
Yeah, she is.
$2 says, $2 for Fatal getting the joke.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm dead serious. If y'all in the chat, find me a white girl YouTube and I will message her like, hey, we need you to host one night or else. I'm just gonna put a pistol on the table and send her a picture with a note. There you go.
You're kicking me off my own. I like that. Did you know I was on Jesse's live stream once?
Yeah.
And did anybody see that live?
No.
I missed it, bro.
All right.
Hold on. Before you get
you was on there with Mary, right? It was you, Mary, and who else was on there?
Now, see, this is the question I want answered.
I was about to ask that question. I know where you're getting.
This is the question. That's the live stream I want to do. So I could just, replace with the women and then with the black girls right here. That would be what it needs to be. Winnie.
Hey, we could do. We could do that.
Winnie, you want to be on the show? Just let me know. Let me know. We'd love to have you. I would love to have you. Put it that way.
Hey, Winnie, if you're legal, you look good.
And he trying not to be lonely no more. Look at him stepping that game up.
Hey, if you're not 18, I didn't really mean that.
Callis, what you think of LB coming out the shell like that? Speaking of coming out,
I thought she was for Fatal. That's why I look at Fatal face. Isn't she for Fatal? Don't step on toes now, LB.
All right, $5. He said, "I'd love if Reprimus docked me. I'd give that blue-haired batch more shell than she could handle." And I'm not talking in a good way either. Well, we can arrange that, Shellback. I'll tell you how you can get with her, and you can get that. You can get that taken care of.
Oh, snap. Yo, Lonely. How you get your logo up there though?
Here we go. She says she come on the show, so you got to let me know how to get a hold of you, so I can send you the link. That will work out perfectly.
Hey, I'm having technical difficulties. My backdrop fell on me and stuff.
I thought it sounded like somebody fighting a polar bear back there. Somebody was getting it in, man.
All right, who is this person there, Fatal?
Huh?
I hope Winnie ain't your wife, Fatal. I'm sorry.
I know. That's your wife.
I'm sorry if she is, bro, but she look good.
Hey, I got a secret to reveal. That's my wife, y'all.
That's
my bad, bro.
No, you good, man. You good, man. That's my wife for real, man. I'm married a model, man.
I kind of figured it was.
My bad, bro. I ain't know.
Man, bro, you good, man. I told you good.
You gotta warn people, bro.
I know. What's up? Man,
That's
right.
What?
You see his face. He gets real smiley when she come on. You see it? You just gotta watch him. Son get Kool-Aid like a motherfucker.
All right. With that said, where the white women at?
All of a sudden, Elvis talking all happy, and then boom. The back.
LB trying to get it in tonight, man. I see you right now. I see you.
Nah, bro. I'm a lonely man, bro.
Oh my!
You ain't lonely. That's a front. Like I told you before. He probably got a harem.
Yeah, you almost
on the DL.
You gotta relax.
You probably got a harem,
brothers. But you can't say the N-word on a live stream. You gotta relax, Dimash.
What?
I heard you almost say the N-word. You gotta relax.
When? I didn't say
We
anything.
talked about that last week. Now we talked about that.
I have not come out my face like that on this channel. I know better than that. Now, if I'm doing a song, that's a different story. You got to give me a pass for the song. I'm just saying.
I have no problem. I just was like on the live stream, YouTube. They knock on my door and say, "I'm gonna take your YouTube card for that comment." Oh man.
Hey, so what's the next topic?
Oh shit.
We the next topic, Matrix 4. Did you hear?
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that real quick before I came in. Yeah, I heard about that. They trying to get the same cast back or what?
Same cast, like not Neo, Keanu Reeves and what's her name, Carrie Fisher or something? Carrie Ann. Yeah,
Carrie Ann Moss.
I keep hearing Michael B. Jordan is in it too.
That was an old rumor a while back. I know. I heard that rumor a while back.
Keanu Reeves and all them announced that yes, they are going to be part of Matrix 4. I don't know if you guys have seen the. I'm still laughing at that last montage. That was hilarious. Only on this show could we get away with that, with LB flirting with another man, right?
I wasn't flirting.
I know.
Hey man. Hey, I'm glad he said she looked good, man. He could have said she was ugly.
I mean, I'm glad he said it for anyway. Classic drunk people live stream.
I feel like I was set up.
No, man. I didn't know she was gonna come on, bro. I didn't know she was gonna come on for real, man.
Hey, but yeah, man, I'm down for a new Matrix movie. If you start talking about that, go ahead.
No, that's all I'm saying. Did you guys enjoy the first 3? My only problem is this. I'm just going to use this as an example. One of my all-time favorite film franchises was Indiana Jones. The first 3 Indiana Jones I loved. Indiana Jones 4 came out, and I was like, this is the worst movie. It's the worst Indiana Jones movie ever. And they did this with Star Wars. I like the prequel. I love the prequels. Then they come out with the new ones later with some of the same actors, and it really wasn't, it's not what we wanted. So now in this scary, diverse time where things do kind of come out as woke, not every movie, but it might. Does that make you nervous about a Matrix 4? And how do they play along with that? Does the computer rise up? I mean, does it, do they got to plug it in? How does that work? Let's go with Lord Callis. He hasn't really said much. And then I'll go to you, Second Street Marvel. Dimajanai, how much time do you have left?
I got like maybe 4 more minutes.
Okay, so you guys mind? I'm gonna start with Dimajanai, and then we'll go to Lord Callis. So go ahead.
All right, yeah. So me personally, I wasn't expecting it. So I'm afraid they're gonna mess it up. Even though I like Keanu Reeves, you know what I'm saying? In case y'all didn't know that Keanu Reeves is the secret apprentice of Chuck Norris. I bet y'all didn't know that, but I found that out. But I think Keanu Reeves is a good actor and everything, but I don't know. I mean, because like you said, how are they going to proceed with this movie? Because at the end of the third one, which by the way, I liked the first 2. The third one was but the first 2 I really liked. But how are they going to proceed if in the third one they made peace with the machines, basically? So I don't know how they're going to fix that or change that, basically.
Mad's Mama Bear is right. Neo and Trinity both died.
Exactly.
So, Lord Callis, what you got? Welcome, man. I hope your week was well.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. I'm with D. I liked 1 and 2. 3 was all right, but personally, I think that ain't nobody gonna understand the shit anyway. Right off the bat, you know how it took you like 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 watches before you understood what the hell the Matrix was about anyway. So they could bog that down with all kinds of subliminal stuff, and we'd just be like, yeah, what?
Yep.
So I'm good. I'm good with it. It is what it is.
So you're good with part 4. Let's just see what they got.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to know what story they're going to tell. Since they've already done 3, I think that we would go. I would hope that they would be a step up from 3. So I'm all right with it.
Let me read this, and then I got you next. 2nd Street. If you got to go, Demongenai.
All right, I got to get out of here, y'all. Take it easy.
Before you go, I know you.
Next Tuesday, I'll be able to be on the whole show, though. I'll catch y'all later, all right?
Demongenai's about to get booked. $2.
Peace.
Going to get booked in, bro.
Rookie Critic sends us $2 super chat, and let me tell you guys something. If you haven't subbed to him, he has put together his own little trilogy of movies, and the last one is coming out Friday.
I'm in it.
And several people are in it, and it's a lot of fun. He is going to college to be a movie maker. He wants to be a movie maker and a director, so he's put these movies together. He uses YouTubers, and he would love anyone who would like to be a part of it to get involved in all his projects. So sub to his channel, reach out to him on Twitter or on YouTube and say, hey, man, I'd like to be a part of your next project. He sends you some lines that you read and record and whatever you do. I was a tomato. So
you was in the first one, Drunk?
I was in the second one, but I'm in the third one as myself. But the second one, I was a tomato. And so I voiced a tomato. It's a lot of fun. And, so they're going to put Rookie's channel in there. Look, he gave another $1. Thank you, Rookie. We're going to put his, channel in the chat. Julie made me lose my train of thought with this comment. So 2nd Street, what you got about the Matrix? What you think?
You know what? Like I'm all on board for it. I love the Matrix movies, all of them. Like I've got like the whole box set and everything, and I still want to get it on Blu-ray because I don't have it on Blu-ray or anything. And next it's going to be on 4K, which I probably won't do forever. But I love the Matrix, man. Like I absolutely love the Matrix. And the thing is, like they said, I mean, they died at the end of the movie, so obviously it's probably going to be, maybe they're going to be reborn or they're part of the Matrix now or some crazy stuff like that. It's really hard to say how they would do something like that, but I think more than anything, it would probably just be in mention. Maybe there's probably a new The One out there, and somehow maybe they just come back in cameo roles where it's like, the Matrix, maybe he goes to face like another, like, the guy in the chair, the architect, and just in stuff in a way like that, where it's that kind of thing. I think that's how they'd bring those guys into it as far as that's concerned. But other than that, I mean, I love the Matrix movies, except for the one thing I always thought was funny was that whole Flintstones scene. Was that in the second one where they were all dancing and everything with the music, and that was just a little out there for me.
Fatal.
Okay. The second and third Matrix movie was the most complete garbage that I ever experienced.
Second one?
The second one was trash, man.
Wait. The second one when he walks in the building with Trinity?
When they was fighting on top of the highway. Yes, I'm talking about that one.
No, when they're in the building, when the two of them are in the building, like Bonnie and Clyde.
I'm not talking about the first one. The first one is top 3.
Was that the first one?
The first one is top 3 best movies of all time. I would give it that. The first one is cold, but the second and third ones is trash, and they have nothing to do with Matrix 1. I would say that all day, every day, to the day I die. So all I'm saying is this. If Matrix 4 would be better than the second and the third one, I'm all for it.
To each his own.
But the reason why I like the first Matrix movie, and maybe I'm looking too deep into it, it's deep on a metaphysical level, like a mental level. It's a lot of analogies in that movie that you won't catch the first time you see it. You have to watch it. You might have to watch it second time, the third time, the fourth time to finally get what the movie's saying.
That's it, man. LB, you got any thoughts on this? Oh, look at that beautiful girl there. You got any thoughts on this, LB?
How you gonna have your kid interrupt me when I'm about to talk, bro? What's going on here? Children.
The children trump you.
No manners. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've seen the first and the third Matrix. The third Matrix, I fell asleep at the movie theater at the midnight showing. The first Matrix, I don't know what's going on in that movie. I don't know what it's about. I don't know. Can't tell you. People have told me, and it's just I don't understand it. I guess it's too deep. It physiologically, whatever. Too deep for my mind. I can't comprehend it. So I don't care.
Yeah, that was my thing too. I was like, I never saw it in the theater, and my friends came over and they're like, "Hey man, you got to watch this." So I watched it, and I was like, I had to pause it. I was like, you need to tell me what's going on. And this guy explained it to me. I watched the second one with some other friends. Then they re-explained the first movie differently, and I'm like, okay, everyone's reading this movie differently. You know, they were like, Neo is Jesus. He's going to be the Jesus character in the film. So this was a religious film. I'm like, okay, he's the savior that doesn't. Jesus knew who he was, but Neo. I'm like, what in the world is going on? But
they intermingled a lot of religion and philosophy into it. If you go like the DVDs I have,
went Buddhist. Yeah, they went.
Yeah, because like the DVDs I have, they did these. Each movie has commentary tracks over each one. Like one of them is like with the directors, one of them is with like 3 film critics, and the other one has 3 philosophers. And they're all just doing a commentary over the whole movie. And the philosophers, man, I'm telling you, they dive into that stuff. Like so just some of this stuff throughout all the movies. And I've watched all of those movies with all of those things. It's mind blowing. Crazy stuff.
It's mind blowing. And I'm gonna go even deeper than that. You know the main villain in the movie, the agent guy.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is actually the chosen one they was talking about through the whole movie. It wasn't Neo. It wasn't Neo. It was the agent.
Conspiracy theories.
No.
Yeah, see that movie could. Oh, that movie just. All I know is I love.
Because I thought there could always be an agent. Right, the agent could be anyone.
Remember when the agent was the one that was born in the Matrix but stepped into the real world. Remember that?
You talking about the way that the Oracle explained it?
The way the Oracle explained it, it was actually the agent she was talking about.
Yeah, he was the anomaly.
It's a deep movie, man. It's deep.
You know how you can easily get to the answer? Ask the person who wrote it. That's how they. What the fuck did you mean when you said this? That'll answer the question.
I'm just like, yeah. When I went to the movies, I went through this period of Rambo style. I just want to see one guy kill all the bad guys, and I wanted to be creative, and I thought that was good. When the Matrix came out in the middle of like, you know, that type of style that I was looking like, I was like, yeah, it just my brain just I had to watch it over and over and over. Speaking of like having your brains messed up, as we all know, Colin Kaepernick took a knee protesting America's racism stance in his own words. He protested the NFL for not doing, you know, their part, I guess, in combating racism. And now he no longer plays football, which he said that he has been, and I'm just using his words here, he's been blacklisted to where he can't play football. Now, Canadian Football League has offered him a contract. Another, you know, around the world has offered him multi-million-dollar contracts. He has not taken them. Now, we all know that he had been signed by Nike, and Nike, I don't know if Nike bankrolled him or like paid him a salary, but he did a commercial for them. So obviously he got paid for that while he was saying he wasn't on a team. But now Jay-Z has come out and signed a deal with the NFL. which some are saying is conflicting to what Colin Kaepernick was trying to do. Now, I know we might get some heated stuff in the chat. Let's respect everyone's opinion on this. It's a very touchy subject. On this whole kneeling, the NFL season is about to start again. There'll probably be more people that are kneeling for the anthem. And everyone has a strong opinion on this topic. Do you think Jay-Z did something to Kaepernick's movement, or is it just, hey, man, this is business. I'm a businessman. This is business to me, and you can go kneel down somewhere else.
What exactly did he do?
Huh?
What exactly did Jay-Z do?
He signed a deal with the NFL. He's going to be managing players, and the NFL is going to be paying him money for helping, being like agents and helping with players and things like that. So he signed a deal with the National Football League.
His company is going to be Rock Nation is going to be producing the halftime shows and stuff for the Super Bowl. A bunch of other stuff is social injustice type stuff. So he's basically, the face of that thing.
The halftime production stuff. Yeah.
But I mean, he's getting paid. Like, this is a big contract for him. So, so what do you think? Do you think Jay-Z do you think that ruffled it? Because now, there's kind of a thing going on, oh, Jay-Z stepping on Kaepernick, and why would he do that to Kaepernick? And
he was a staunch supporter of Kaepernick. I mean, he didn't perform at the halftime show. His words were, "You need me. I don't need you." So for anyone to look at this and think that this was simply about the money is not looking at this with the big picture, or the big picture of what Jay's doing. Jay is beyond. So he's a billionaire at this point. We all know this. So he's beyond the simply how much money can I make out of this? Yes, of course, that is going to be an underlying factor. But at the end of the day, Jay is about movement for Black people. And so this, in my opinion, is associated with that. Understand, he purchased, or when he went to clear the sample for the Annie, I was actually going to make a video on this, and I still think I might. But when he went to clear the sample for Annie, they cleared that for him. In his contract, he stipulated that any other rapper after him does not need to go through the original creator of Annie. They need to go through him to clear the sample for it. So he took all of the heat for that Annie sample. The Hard Knock Life is a hard. He took all of that. So that any rapper after him could use that sample without having to worry about it being cleared through them. His purpose for this, believe me, is going to be beyond. Black are known as consumers, right? Where we buy up, but don't necessarily own anything. For example, your Beats, Dr. Dre owned Beats, sold it to Apple. BET was owned and originated by a Black man, but it was now so Viacom owns. All Black hair products are originated from Black creators, but then sold off. And so now all of these items that were created by Black people are now not owned by Black people. So one of the areas that there's never been a Black CEO or an owner, if you will, is the NFL. Now, who's going to be that first person to try to get himself into that position so that this Kaepernick situation, remember, he was a staunch supporter of Kaepernick. So the only way to fight that sort of a situation is from the inside. So for us to sit and think that his only reason for doing this was about the money, you're not seeing this for what it really is. This is beyond that. This is him trying to establish something for Black people.
Because at the end of the day,
let me say, Michael D says Jay-Z could be the next Al Sharpton.
Not quite. Don't insult the man. Don't insult the man.
Yeah.
Don't insult the man.
I agree with Carlos on that.
Or negative. I'm just saying.
Black people don't rock with Al Sharpton.
Don't insult.
You heard it here first. LB, you were gonna say something? What you got?
No, I agree with Lord Callis, and I feel this is just a fake outrage thing, because I mean, if you follow Jay-Z's career as a businessman, I mean, this is how he moves, man. It's business and uplifting his people. Like, you know, a lot of people are looking at this from the wrong angle and seeing it as he's screwing over Kaepernick. Like, look, man, Kaepernick getting back in the NFL, that ship has sailed, man. Like, get over it. Like, the man, he's been a partial NBA owner. He's owned plenty of companies. The NFL looks like a next step for him. And, you know, you all want better for less. You want better justice and all that stuff. Is like, okay, if you don't got any black owners in the building or anything like that, then how is it going to get better? Like, Jay-Z is one of those black men that can make things happen. I mean, like Callie said, he's a billionaire.
Respect.
Mike, $2 super chat says, actually, Lord Callis makes a good point. That's the thing. So let me ask you this. Did anybody else comment on that?
One more point though. If you recall, I don't know if it was a year or two ago, he actually made that statement that this was something that he was looking to do when he after the situation fell through with the Nets. And I don't know if anybody followed, but when the Jaguars were looking to sell and they would not sell to, Puffy was trying to get money together to purchase the team, and he couldn't. They would not sell to them. And so it is the National Football League has a sort of a stain to it when it comes to black ownership, and the fact that many that are in a position of power and in a position to make a purchase have been denied that right to do so. So this is absolutely in a calculated move for him to get inside, in my opinion, at least, and make the moves that he needs to make.
I mean, that's how he moves, bro.
He's a businessman. He's a businessman.
Alice legitimately changed my mind.
Good.
That's why I have Lord Callis on the show. That's why I have Lord Callis on the show. I mean, mind changer. He's a dime chaser, and the man knows his stuff.
I mean, that's essentially what the show's about, and that's a big part of diversity and like representation they talk about. Is like having legit people in the building to speak on these things.
And I want y'all listen, for everyone in the chat. Listen, we see what you're saying. It's all good. You be respectful. We'll be respectful. You're not going to hurt our feelings. If you have a genuine question that you would like to ask a person of color, they would be happy to answer it for you. Just be respectful. That's all we ask. So,
but you know, LB hit the nail on the head though. Everybody speaking this diversity. Let's do some diversity where it really matters. Let's get some diversity with the football owners. You know what I mean? But shout out to Jay-Z. If Jay-Z ever reached that level, oh man, I'm nothing but happy for the dude.
I think LeBron James will own a basketball team.
Yeah, it's coming.
When he's done.
It's coming.
Is Michael Jordan, does he not own Charlotte?
Yeah, he owns the Charlotte Hornets.
Is he the first black owner of a basketball team? Or of a professional sport?
No, he was the first black basketball player.
The dude from BET owned the team too, remember?
Yeah, Bob Johnson owned the team first.
Yeah.
What did he own?
The Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, he owned it. Okay.
He owned it when they was called the Bobcats, and then they rebranded and changed the name.
Yeah.
You think there's truth in this statement? NFL is going to be good old boys?
I would say somewhat yes, but then it's also to the fact that there aren't that many black like billionaires that I would not saying they can't afford it, but like the worth of these NFL teams are like multi-billion dollars, and it's not that simple just to be like, hey man, I'm gonna go buy an NFL team. It's much easier to get a basketball team. But yeah, man, I mean, throughout all the sports, there's not many black owners. I'm pretty sure a lot, like Callie said, like Puffy tried to get it, they wouldn't let him. I'm pretty sure that a lot of that goes on too, and it might also be like, look, I don't want to own a sports team because at the end of the day, you can lose a lot of money owning a sports team, but it's also could be very lucrative too. It's just, yeah, man.
So let me. You want to say something, Second Street?
I don't really have much to say about all that. I mean, I think you guys have pretty much covered all of it.
All right,
really.
here we go.
I mean, I think it's a good thing. The dude's a businessman. He's just trying to make some money.
So we are in agreement that the way Jay-Z is doing it is better than the way Kaepernick is doing it to create change.
I mean,
certainly.
Yes or no? I mean, you can disagree with me. I'll just throw in a statement from what I'm hearing.
I mean, for me, I don't want to get all into the Kaepernick thing again. That's old, but I think it's two separate things, but like they're related. So a lot of people are lumping them together because he was such a big supporter of Kaepernick. So it's like people think, hold on, Kaepernick's blackball from the NFL. You can't work with the NFL. That's how a lot of people are looking at it like that. But I mean, for me, no, it's a bigger picture to this. Like, if not Jay, then who then? You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. This is I know this is a passion of Shellback, and because he's a veteran, he served our country, and the thing, I know him personally, so I know what the American flag and the anthem means to him. So I read this super chat. Shellback says that if you kneel for the national anthem, you're spitting on the grave of every veteran, including the black ones. And
let me respond to that.
And then I'm gonna back up.
For me, a lot of people are like whatever with the anthem and stuff like that. I can see both point of views. Like Shellback, I see his point of view. A lot of people who's not with the anthem because it was a racist song or whatever, and they're like, no, whatever. So I see both point of views, and I'm not mad at each side of the opinion. And for me, I've personally seen. I haven't been around military. What is that noise?
Is that Abu Nas?
That's Abu Nas.
Okay. For me, I haven't been around like veterans and stuff, like when the national anthem's been played or whatever. But when I became a U.S. citizen, and when we did our the oath and stuff, I saw so many immigrants in the room who just became citizens crying at the national anthem being played. And like before then, like I was just like whatever with it. But then I saw how powerful it was to people and how much it meant to people. I was like, wow, like man, it means so much to people who's not from here. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why from that moment I was like, look, I'm not mad at people who want to kneel. I'm not mad at people who think it's disrespectful to kneel and not respect that flag or the anthem. So I see both sides.
Yeah,
this is something I was actually talking about the other day. I just wanted going along with that statement because I feel the same way. Like I said, I think a couple weeks ago, was it last week maybe, I talked about nationalism and how it's, I mean, sometimes it's just up there as bad as racism. That's how people get with it. And this is the thing I'm talking about. Like somebody kneels during a song. I mean, like I get that the song means something to you. Maybe it don't mean somebody. I don't think everybody that's doing this is doing it just to be disrespectful of the national anthem. And that's the thing is like you feel that way about it, but not everybody does. And like there's people out there who are like legitimately like pissed off and attacking people and just all these different kinds of things. Like it. I get it. Like I love America. I was born here. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. But I don't get mad at that neither. My father was a Marine and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I just even my father. I know my father would feel the same way about it. Like this is absolute lunacy. Why people are getting upset about this.
Yeah.
I mean, but
we just
get why people are upset about it too. I still get that.
Well, see,
I work. Go ahead.
I'm like LB. I can understand why people feel a certain way about people kneeling, but at the same time, I work with a lot of veterans, and they tell me they can understand Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. They can understand that. So to me, I feel like, okay, you say this is America where we all have rights to do what we need to do or do what we want to do. So why is you tripping on if people taking a knee?
Well, so I'm like, second, where I grew up, my father was in the Air Force. I grew up on base, so it does mean something to me. I could not take a knee on it. I could not recite the national anthem, and it's just something that we did growing up. You know, I mean, we'd be in the middle of a soccer game, and they would play, you know, 5 o'clock the flag, and you'd have to stop and hand on your heart, and you'd have to recite. So it's sort of you know, it's triggering for me. It's in there. It's in me. I would never do it, but I do understand where some people misunderstand that it's not about the flag or how people fought for the flag. It's about how these people are feeling about being treated, where somebody in the country, that somebody who fought to make that flag represent what it represents, and then it's not representing that for me. So like each day our veterans you know, who have come back and you know, and we thank and salute, they fought hard. They put their lives on the line for this country, and then for somebody like Kaepernick, we misunderstand that his purpose of kneeling is to say, you did all of that for me, and yet this is how this country is treating me. So this is how we have to remember that. The intent is not to be disrespectful to the flag or to the veterans. It's to say that I am one of the people that you fought for, and look at how they're treating me. That's what we have to understand. This is not about and that's not to take away from those people who you do see outright disrespecting the flag, cutting it up and burning it. Those people are completely different. But when someone takes a knee for the national anthem, that's a protest saying, listen, you fought, you put your life on the line to protect my rights. And then in this country that I live in, they're treating me like this. They're not showing me the same respect. They're not giving me, they're not withholding or upholding my rights in this country that you fought to protect. So it's not meant to be disrespectful. And again, there are those people who are being disrespectful. So those are a completely different brand. But when somebody takes a knee, it's them saying you fought for me, and this is how you treated me. Not you, but you know what it represents.
Hey, and to add on to what you're saying, for Shellback, like I said, I can see both point of views, but for you, I would say, I'm not telling you what you need to do, but I would say try to listen and hear what people have to say on why they feel they need to do this.
Real talk.
It's always great to hear another person's point of view. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could talk to you and hear what you got to say. I might agree or disagree with you, but you also have to understand the other point of view. Like, the veterans fought for freedom, so people like me could be live streaming right now. But there's also people out there getting murdered by cops, getting murdered by whoever, just because. So you got to remember, there's discussions to be had here, and you fought for freedom. You also got to fight for the right to understand what other people have to say and their opinions too.
It's okay to be mad about it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to be mad.
Christine, I see what you're saying, but Cap just represents what the movement or what it's symbolic of. So it's not necessarily to point everything. He shouldn't have to shoulder all of that. He's just the one man. He represents, or what he did represents a frame of mind that many are in. So yes, that's on his shoulders because it was brought to light by him, but he was not the first to kneel during the national anthem or to not recite it. I mean, we know that from those gentlemen who ran in the Olympics, you know, who instead put their hands up. So this is not something that Cap shouldn't be beholden to that whole movement. It shouldn't all fall on his shoulders. We just have to be better as people.
And to add on to that, like, I know the Christine person is a male, so also I just want to say, with what you're saying, it might be true, but we live in a society where everything is okay. This person is doing this, but what about when he did that? What about when he did this? It's like, look, a lot of these things don't matter. It doesn't matter who his girlfriend dates, whatever. He's he protested for a reason, and he kneeled for a reason. Like who his girlfriend dated or is not dating, or family is, or all that other stuff, it's irrelevant to what he's doing. So you can't try to deflect things and try to make him seem better than what he is because of something completely different. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand what Mike is saying. I don't understand what Mike is saying.
Yeah, hold on. Listen, like I said, everyone in the chat, we having a discussion. Everyone's getting like angry. They losing their cool. They getting upset. The only way that we can get like,
hey, did y'all see Abu Nas lower his head for a second?
Abu Nas is getting ready.
That head went down.
But listen, I want to understand what he's saying, what Mike is saying. I want to understand what his question or what he's stating. He says that I don't agree with. Okay, it's disrespectful of the U.S.
Right, but people are getting mad at the Kaepernick name because, and this is why, no, not you. Listen, Michael, this is what I'm saying. People get, and I'm going to tell you why people get mad at Kaepernick per se, right? They get mad at Kaepernick because he took a knee during the anthem. People love this country. They, I get that. Look, my family's military too.
I love this country. I'm.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying
I started my.
Oh, hold on. I'm not saying nobody here doesn't. All I'm saying is what the media has portrayed. They showed him, all of a sudden, they come out and he's got a giant contract with Nike, saying Nike bankrolled him. So he didn't have to play NFL while he was crying. Oh, I don't have no money. I don't have no money. So Nike, they said, we'll bankroll you. Just going to do a couple, commercials and things like that. So what I'm saying is, to me,
Nike capitalized on it. That's what Nike did. Nike capitalized on that movement, and it was essentially pimp to hoe sort of a situation. And in that situation where I don't mean that to be disrespectful to him, but what Nike did was a brilliant marketing strategy. It was not, if anybody thinks their movement was political, their movement was not at all political. That was about with what a lot of what's being done right now. You see a situation that people that you could take advantage of, and they did.
All right, Shellback Super Chat says, that's not the way to make your point. The Tuskegee Airmen stood. He's not talking about you guys on the panel. He's talking about right. He said he stood and saluted that flag when they had it way worse. So now listen, man, I get it. Hey. I get it, man. Listen, it's a touchy one.
Shellback,
it's a touchy one, man. And it's just like it's a touchy one.
Let me tell you straight up, Shellback, and I'm keeping it all the way real with you. I think he should have done a different way of doing it, but I understand why he did it. I'm not mad at him. I'm not upset at him. Just like I'm not upset at you for having your opinion. So I mean, and then Micah, the other guy in the chat, look, we just talking. We ain't mad at you. Don't be mad at us.
I don't think he was mad. I think he just put it in caps so that we saw it.
Yeah, we just having a discussion here, man. We respect everybody's opinion. We good, man. We all good. Just understand that we ain't gonna block you from our YouTube channels or none of that.
Hey, before Abu Nas talk, because I know he fits to get it, I just want to say this: unleash the Kraken.
Hey, what up, Abu Nas? Good evening, sir.
It's coming. It's coming. I can see him winding up. Dude.
He fits to go in.
I'm getting ready to go make me some dinner while this happens.
No, don't go nowhere.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh boy. I'm putting my mic on mute, bro. Let's go.
I'm putting mine on mute too.
No, I at the risk of losing some friends on here on Twitter and whatever. Listen, what I'm about to say. You may get pissed. You may be indifferent. You may not even speak to me again, unfollow me, do whatever you gotta do. All right, these gentlemen here, they're telling you their feelings and they're giving you an open mind about this thing. with Kaepernick. Obviously, if you see me wearing this shirt, you already know what side I fall. You understand? A lot of this, and it's on racial lines. It is. Any black person, and I'm going to keep it 100. Any black person that says anything to the contrary about Kaepernick without knowing the full story behind it, I ain't even got no words for you, man. Get your education up, and then come see me. I've been a 49er fan ever since I was 11 years old. During the good old days of Dwight Clark, Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, all of them. I followed Kaepernick when he took over for Alex Smith. I saw that young man was rising to the level where he was this close for making that comeback to win the Super Bowl. I followed him. I also know that our front office, between the owner and the general manager, were a bunch of idiots and people that don't have no knowledge of football. Jim Harbaugh turned the entire program around. We was at the bottom of the barrel. He came in a year later. We in championship mode. But he had a lot of influence. Our front office didn't like that. They like a bunch of yes men. Long story short, shit got out of control. You know, they had one little season where they were 8-8. I don't know nobody that lets a championship caliber coach that got you to the championship game 3 years in a row and a Super Bowl. You have one off season where you're 8-8 and then he leaves. You let him go. There's teams that's out there that go through the 8-8, 3-13, and all of that for maybe like 5 years before they get rid of the coach. The Jets is infamous with this. So you have a little thing where now he gets injured, you know, but he's noticing some things. He's noticing some things that's been happening all across the United States where my people are concerned. Okay? He was hurt by it. Now, people get this little notion about, well, he was raised by a white family and he's all privileged, and that ain't got shit to do with it. I can have a bunch of money. But if I feel like I see something wrong, and I'm in the NFL, I'm making buku money. I could live the high life, don't even pay nobody no mind. But he felt that. He felt it, and something compelled him to actually speak on it. But in the way that he was, before the whole protest really jumped off, he didn't put his hands on the thing for the flag. He just stood there. He just stood there. You know, people had the thing on the flag. It took a veteran, a person that was in the armed forces that pulled Kaepernick to the side and told him, you know what? I think that's not the way to go. I think it would be more respectful if you took a knee out of respect for people that's, you know, that's down. I mean, he was really breaking it down to Kaepernick how he should do it. And this is a white man, white guy that was in the armed forces telling Kaepernick that you should take a knee instead of just standing there and not doing anything. That would show more respect for the comrades that are fallen and such and so forth. Kaepernick said, yeah, you're absolutely right. He explained to him why he was doing it. And then that's where that whole thing took off. People lost their minds. Other people was feeling it. But I knew it was bound to have racial lines behind it. Me, myself, I personally, though not so much personally up close, but I seen it happen. You see, the Eric Garner situation, where that cop finally got his ass fired. He should be locked up by using an illegal chokehold to choke and kill an unarmed man because he was selling loose leaf cigarettes. He had a condition. He begged the cop to please. I can't breathe. You would have thought that with all the other cops that was there, my firm, my job represented him in court. He had a couple of misdemeanors or what have you, but either way, we represented him. We knew his history. When they took him in, nobody said nothing to any of our attorneys that represented him. I mean, it was a whole shit show. We protested. We went to the governor, the whole bit. Nothing happened. That shit was 3 years in the making. There was one time when Kaepernick was giving an interview, and he was literally saying that this is happening all over. Cops come up on this dude, put his head on the damn car, bust his head open, and then planted some other shit in there. There was another thing that just in the same time that he was giving that interview, I swear to God, it was almost like he was Nostradamus.
Damn.
Something happened up in Portland where dude told the black guy, get out the car. If it was either a dude or a chick, it was one of them. There was in Oregon. The guy stepped out, turned around, they told him to back up. The cop just came out and blah. 2 shots. Black man dead. It was literally an epic. You couldn't even go by a week or two. Now, like I said, you ain't black. You cannot pretty much conceptualize how the series of events of every time you turn around, one of us is getting slaughtered by the police. Kaepernick was pretty much the only athlete that was speaking on it, that was speaking his feelings about it. A lot of other black athletes, they didn't speak on it, but they was feeling it. They was feeling it. Even in the little interviews, even Richard Sherman from the Seahawks, he was like, yo, let me tell you something. This shit is real, man. Don't get it twisted. But because everybody got their endorsements and this and that, they don't want to rock the boat. Cam Newton is guilty of that. But in private, he knew what it was. He just didn't want to rock the boat. Nobody don't want to rock the boat because the NFL is a big-ass business. But he said what he said. And he stood by it. You know, the media picked up on it. Everybody had this opinion about disrespecting the flag and this, that, whatever. You don't stand for say the Star Spangled Banner. You hate America and you really okay. Well, you know, everybody wearing their flag. They got the flag hat. They got the flag titties and bikinis with the flag on it and this, that, whatever. Everybody is pro America. Everything is good. But then I'm looking at this like, all right, because obviously different people from different racial lines has different opinions on it. White man will tell you, no, you disrespecting the flag. The flag is about America, the soldiers, and it's all about even the military veterans that stood up for Cap is saying, what are you talking about? We serve our country. That is something that we chose to do, but we also choose to serve our country to protect the right that he has to even protest, to say something. Oh, y'all conveniently forget about that shit? And I'm looking at y'all like, really? And I'm trying not to really spaz out because this is, Kaepernick's not even in the league no more. He begging, pleading to get back in the NFL. But nobody didn't want him. Why? Because he was saying something that needed to be said and nobody didn't want to hear it. It was good for you to say, no, Mr. Kaepernick, you getting too much money. Just play ball.
Let me know when you're done, Abu Nas, so I can read these chats.
All right. Well, I'm not going to be done no time soon. But I'm really angry because the point of the matter is, the point of the matter is that this man is exercising his First Amendment rights. No matter how you look at it, no matter how mad you get, that's what I'm saying. And you act like he ain't even supposed to do that. And he's only bringing to light certain things that now, finally, even that thing with Jay-Z when he's pairing up with Roger Goodell, and even I have a problem with that, but that's something separate I discuss with my people. But now everybody want to have dialogue. Everybody want to do this now. But he set this tone. And all he wanted to do was just be right with his conscience to say what he had to say. You can't tell me, somebody like me, to say, well, don't you love the Star Spangled Banner? I had to say it when I was little, but then I know the truth about the Star Spangled Banner. So no, I don't give a fuck about that song. You wanna know why? Because the Star Spangled Banner celebrates the killing of my people. But that's not true. Really? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, y'all sing like the 2-verse version. or let me hit you up on the third version. You see, Francis Scott, I don't even want to go into the history books because now I got to be a teacher. I got to literally educate people on what this history is about. That's why don't come to me talking about me wanting to break down the history of the United States because, man, I'm a straight up roast. But
yeah, we're not trying to go.
I know, but for short, because I'm an American, I live and breathe in this country. I get up, I go to work like everybody else. I'm respectful, I'm this, I'm that, but don't ever get it twisted, fucked up, or confused. If you talking to me about racial injustice and rights of my people that we got to keep protesting and this, and like I said, this can happen to anybody. But it was the epidemic where black and brown was systematically just getting taken out by the cops and nobody was being accountable for it. Nobody. It took 3 years for Eric Garner's chokeholder to finally get fired. And like I said, he should be in prison.
I don't even want to think about that. When dude got choked out.
This is what, like I said, I had attorneys in my office crying. Like, why the hell did it take so long? You understand what I'm saying? Some of it was politics, some of it was this. My thing is that Kaepernick did what he had to do, love or hate him. But the thing is that he exercised his rights. He tried to do what he could. He wanted to play football and let bygones be bygones. A lot of people got more heated. Donald Trump getting into this, him and Vice Pence up here pulling damn stunts on the football field just to make political points. And everybody is just bouncing off of each other behind it. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen? We still American. If somebody attacked the country tomorrow, we could be at each other's throats 1 minute and then we're going to rally together and do what we got to do. That's what happened when the Trade Center went down. So come on. Me, I understand how white people feel about the flag. That's all well and good. That's all well and good because you're supposed to be proud of the country you came from. For black people, it's a little bit different. Not to say that we don't appreciate it. Yeah. It's a little bit different, and I think you need to understand where we're coming from. But like I said, I'll give history lessons on that. But that's my thing. That's my thing. Because I wasn't even going to that third verse of the Star Spangled Banner and blow this shit up. But Google it. Google it and educate yourself, man. Get divine knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Once you get all of that, you're going to be golden.
Hey, all right, so I didn't know it was another verse to it.
Oh,
there's two things in the chat that I wanted to address. The first being Shellback saying that he knows that he served the people and he has the rights to do so, but it doesn't mean that he should. He could have, there were other means for him to make his point, but just understand that in order to make a point, you have to do something dramatic to make a point. So the world saw what he did, and so that was the point. Now the world sees it, and so you interpret it, or not you personally, but people will interpret it how they interpret it. But the fact is that now light has been shed on it, and so that's the point of that. It was to bring it to light, to bring it to light. That's the first. And there was a second thing up here. Somebody said.
Excuse me.
Hold on. I'm going to address something. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me address something. Number one, Christine Ford, I know you're a guy. Listen to me. Please do not disrespect my panelists. That's your number one warning. Nah, just let me talk. Let me deal with it. Jesse Miller at the Crow's Nest. I know you upset. Please don't disrespect people that well. I mean, if it's bothering you that much, then maybe you should just leave. All right. I ain't worried about. Listen. I already had when Abu Nas started talking. I had 7 people unsub from me, and I don't care. Oh, these are my Stop, Abu Nas. They're my friends. I support them. We learn from one another. We talk to one another. And if you can't handle that on my channel, then you need to go somewhere else. Unsubbing from me does not upset me. But talking bad about my friends I put this panel together because we have some serious issues we want to discuss. We also want to have some fun along the way. We also want, to enjoy ourselves along the way. This is real life discussion. If you can't handle it because you get triggered and you cannot sit back and listen and you got to spit off things negative about people in my chat that I know or people on my panel, I will just kick you. I don't care. And if you come at me on Twitter or anything like that, I will come right back on you as well. I don't care. Don't get on me about I don't love my country. Listen, I'm the one going out every day. When I see homeless people, I pick them up in my car and I feed them. I'm the one going into neighborhoods and giving kids free music lessons. Have you done that? I'm the one that's picking up gifts and doing all these kinds of things for whatever. Listen, my grandparents are buried at Arlington Cemetery. So I don't want to hear this bull crap about anything. We having a discussion. If you can't handle it because Abu Nas is a Muslim or someone else is a Christian or someone else is whatever, then you need to just get out my chat because I don't care about that stuff. You're not going to disrespect. We will be glad to listen to your questions. We will be glad to have a conversation. We will be glad to have all those things. But listen, just unsub from me now. I'm fine. I'm fine. I lose 10, 20 subscribers, whatever. I'm fine. If 100 of you just cannot face the fact of talking about real life stuff, then just please leave. I don't have time for it. Please go bother somebody else. All right, please go bother somebody else. Listen, let's stop. Wait. Abu Nas, wait, stop. Abu Nas, don't you dare go nowhere. Don't just stop. Abu Nas is my friend. I will support him. I will always support him. Even if I go down to 1 subscriber, I will always support that man. And I want everyone to hear that loud and clear.
That's what's up.
I want everyone to hear that loud and clear.
I know this is no tear in my eye. Do not do that.
Listen.
I think it's getting out of it's getting out. 1 second though, Drunk, because it doesn't need to go that way. We get the point. The point is that we can have, and we're grown folk. We need to be able to have open discussion, and this, if we can't all come to the table and just listen to one another. And Jesse bounced, I think, but he said something that I wanted to address before he left, which was an actual point. Now he's upset because he was saying that there were that whites are killed as much as blacks by cops.
I saw that too.
He's absolutely right. I did a blog post about that, and it was actually more so. There were actually more in the year, I think it was 2017 or 2018. I forget what. I think it was 2017. There were more whites killed by cops in America than there were blacks. But the problem is that the media wasn't showing that. And so these are things that, yes, you're right. That is statistically there's just as much death on both sides. But the problem is what's being brought to light, and who's the one shedding that? Who's the one pushing this narrative that this is what we're supposed to or what we're seeing? So don't go getting upset. Just articulate your point, man. We hear you. I did it. Like I said, I did a report because I likened Jedi to the cops. It was back maybe it was 2 years ago when we were talking about just the Black Lives Matter movement and just how fear is the reason that drives these police officers. And I say this as a brother of a police officer. My oldest brother is a police officer. Fear is what drives them to make some of the choices that they make. In doing so, in writing this piece, I went through the statistics, and yes, I can pull it up.
Like, why you pull that up? I just want to say, like, I'm gonna tie this into probably what a lot of drunk subscribers come here for Star Wars stuff. Now, you look at how the media and a lot of people, they accuse all of us that just like The Last Jedi as being sexist, racist, and all this other stuff, right? You don't like that, but you're essentially doing the same thing that they're doing right now in the chat because we have different views from you based on the American flag and protesting. So just stop and think. Like, take out the American flag thing and switch it all with Star Wars and how you feel when you get accused of all those things. That's how a lot of black people are feeling, and that's how you change your views and start listening to what us have to say in regards to things you disagree with. Because trust me, it will be all better because we're listening to what you got to say. We're not here calling you names, so show us the same respect. Don't leave. Don't throw temper tantrums. Don't throw out stupid facts that don't matter to what we're talking about. Just have some respect. We good.
All right, thank you. Shellback sends a $10. I missed a super chat from somebody. If you're still here and I missed your super chat because I can't find it, just I know who you are. Just retype it and I'll highlight it and read it again. I know it was about Kaepernick and Jay-Z and how you were something along those lines. But Shellback says, Abu Nas, I have a feeling me and you would debate and disagree about this till the cows come home. But I love you, brother. So everyone here, just keep that in mind.
Shellback.
Let me read this. So this is from this blog post that I wrote. So as of April 15, 2018, the Washington Post reported that 351 people had been shot and killed by police. Of them, 142 were white and 68 were black. Furthermore, 111 attempted to flee the scene, 16 were unarmed, and 10 held a toy weapon of some sort. Facts, 2018. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Shellback, I can't even, like I said, brother, I love and respect you immensely. I mean, just the fact that, yeah, we will probably, disagree on that, but like I said, it's based off racial lines. I mean, I can respect what you're saying, and like I said, in your view, as long as you know that the flag means that much to you, then that's a good thing for you. It doesn't mean that way to me. And like I said, I can break it all down, including the guy that wrote the Star Spangled Banner, because the reason why he did it, well, you know what? I'm not even gonna go into that. But the point is that we're still brothers. You understand what I'm saying? I would never have nobody disrespect you out in the street, and I call you my boy, my brother, and then I don't go chin check him. You understand? Like I said, we can agree to disagree, but as long as the love and the admiration and respect for both of us is there, that's more precious than any amount of money I could ever have. You understand? And like I said, I tell people every day, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I know y'all like to hear me, get on, the Disney and everything and make your little raps, entertain people. But there's a side of me that I'm on point. You understand? In terms of history, science, mathematics, relationships, the whole bit. When I turn off the YouTube and I turn off the Twitter, I'm out here in these streets, man. Educating people. But like I said, we both have different types of history between white and black. That's a fact. So our histories are intertwined, but not aligned. And that's some deep shit. We intertwine, but we're not aligned. It's all about keeping the dialogue open and keeping it honest. Some things may sting, but it's just a matter of okay, take a deep breath, because I gotta live with this man no matter what, and he has to live with me. If something happens to your kids, and this is a great example. If something happens to your kids, we can have a heated argument about something, but if something happens to your kids, I'm running out there and I'm gonna risk my life for your children because I love you. You understand what I'm saying? Not a lot of people can get down like that,
But
or defend somebody's honor when they're getting, screamed on by some punk ass bitch using a 30-minute video to talk about his video, and dude, your friends stick up for you. What you thought, that the Phantom Menace wasn't going to stick up for another Phantom Menace member? I don't have to know that dude, but he's Phantom Menace. So yeah, we was going to stick up for him. So yeah, you could call us fuckboys all you want, but guess what? I'm a ride for my dude.
His Heroic Avengers super chat, he said he basically stated players involved are millionaire elites. I believe all of this is staged. And he started off saying, as a black person, I believe a lot of this is staged to divide each other and keep people in this country divided. It's part of of the plan. Comic Book Bob says something very too many people dying, period. We got to find a better way. And see this. All right, so I want to say this, and then I want to get into some happier times because my birthday's coming up this week. So,
well, I don't know, man, because I'm up here causing too much.
No, stop, man. Don't even start because we started before you even got here. So don't even.
Hey, but can I say something real quick? I really respect what Snoop Dogg said. He said, me and Abu Nas disagree, but I still have respect.
Yeah.
And we all gonna disagree. We gonna all disagree, but have a level of respect. That's all we saying.
Because Snow Dogg could say, look, I don't agree with his assessment, but he told me certain things, and then I have to say, well, damn. Because it's not like I'm lying. I'm not having an opinion about the Star Spangled Banner and its history. That shit is facts. You understand? It's not. It doesn't affect white people because you wasn't enslaved. If you was enslaved, then it would be a different story. And then that's it. But if you can understand it, it's like, look, I don't agree with it, X, Y, and Z, but Abu Nas has his reasons, and they're valid. So you take it up with him, but that's still my dude. You know?
Yeah.
And then we can go off into the sunset, get our little hip-hop thing going, you know, have a couple of drinks. Well, I don't drink anymore, but you know what I'm saying? It's all love. You know, because if I say I like you, and I'm a man of my word, and I'll be proving that. If I like you, I'm going to ride for you. You know, if everybody in the world shits on you, I'm not shitting on you. If everybody in the world want to go against you and you wrong on something, I'll get up in the dude's face and say, yo, back the fuck up. That is my dude. He was wrong. Yeah, he is wrong. But I'm the one that can say it to him, not you. That's how I rock.
Hey, that one person that unsubscribed from me, you file, man. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, I will. My friend, you know, my friends. Like I said, Micah. I'll defend you, brother, because I know you've defended me. Like that's exactly what. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is it's all about disrespect. I've seen enough of this world. I've seen enough children, you know, having, you know, like dig the graves, man, in some of these countries, and just I've seen enough of it where all I have to say is we talk too much and we don't do nothing about it.
Real talk.
And it's just, it bothers me. Like we can talk for, like there are talking groups, and then there's talking groups for that talking group, and talking groups for that talking group, and talking groups for that, and it's just everyone's trying to solve the world problems. There's problems everywhere, man. Like I don't care what religion you're involved in, they got problems. They get misrepresentation. I mean, it's just everywhere. Listen, there's too many kids, like there's just too many people dying, and we talk too much about it. And we got to get out there and just do something. You know, and I was the one doing too much talking. And it was finally brought up, why don't you just go out by yourself and do something about it? And that's what I'm going to go out and just do it. And if people want to follow, fine. If they want to help, that's great. If they don't, then whatever. Then at least I know my heart is clear. You know, that I did everything I could to do what I can for whatever period of time I had to do what I had to do. So that's all I'm saying. This whole, it's a touchy subject, man. But if we don't love one another, man, through our differences, through who we are, through our races, through our religions, through everything, then it's just going to be a bunch of hate, anger talk. That's all it's going to be. I don't even know. Like, you know, like I see people like all the time saying, if I saw so-and-so, I would want to punch him dead in the face. And it's like, yeah, maybe a hug would help the situation better. Am I making any sense? But no, you know what I mean? So sense. It's like,
I think an issue like this just makes people run more on their emotions than rationality when it comes to these things. And no matter what side of this whole debate you might be on, I think these kinds of issues definitely people like I said, they react more emotionally than rationally, and that's not to say that everybody is, and that's because certainly this issue has been going on for a while, so people have had time to sit there and think about it. So it's not like it just started yesterday. But again, I mean, it still comes down to how you feel about the national anthem and things like that, and just what was going on. Because like just like you guys have been saying, this whole issue wasn't started like it wasn't like protesting the national anthem or anything like that. It was because of everything that was going on at the time. And he was trying to do good and trying to start a conversation. And you can see, a couple years later, we're still here talking about it. And I'm like I said, I'm not upset when I see people doing this stuff, but I still look at him like, it's disrespectful. You could do, anything else, but like, I'm not going to be so upset to the point where it's like, okay, like I'm going to go out there and start fights with people or be angry with anybody about it, because everybody, and that's something a lot of people seem to forget is that it's okay for us to disagree. I'm not sure why everybody sits there and acts like we all need to agree on stuff. And you can see, some of the people here in the chat understand that, it's okay for us to disagree, and it's okay for us to have strong opinions about these things and these issues that are going on in the world, because what might not mean so much to you means something to somebody else. And Kaepernick used his stage to do what he could, and sure, things could have been done a whole lot better way. And that's just kind of hindsight. Is 2020 for all of us. You know what I mean? I'm sure we probably all jumped into something and wasn't thinking about it, and end up making some mistakes. We're like, oh well, guess I shouldn't have done that. I could have went and done that a little bit better, or just approach the situation just a little bit better. And I think that's just something that everybody needs to take into account too. Like, it's okay for us to disagree about it.
And it's just a great point. We absolutely should be allowed to disagree, and as long as we can listen and have a conversation. When you get to a point, I mean, when you look at the 6 people on this panel, and then the 36 people that we have watching now, right? And we say maybe it's split half and half, whatever the case is. But if after this conversation there's a reason why you feel like you never want to hear from that person again, then something is wrong, because that means there was something that brought you here to this conversation, and you should connect with that. It just tells you, all right, you know what, we disagree with this, but like Shellback was saying to Abu, but you're still my brother, I love you, and we'll just probably never talk about this again. We've got 100 other different things that we could talk about and relate to. We don't need to talk about this again, but it certainly shouldn't run you off. I mean, unless somebody's talking about how they enjoy killing mamas or something like that, I don't understand why it would be a conversation or complete shutdown. That to me means that you were ignorant to come to the stage in the first place. You just did not care to have a conversation, and that's the worst place to be in.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes. I mean, look at that. Mad, you hung out the whole time.
Salute to Mad Mitch.
All right, then we'll jump. I'm just trying to read everything. After this, we'll jump into the last thing. And what?
Can I shout my homie out? He's a black guy too.
Shout him out.
What up, everybody in the chat? My man Perp, mine is 18 subs from 400. He likes anime. He's a different kind of black guy.
I like anime too. Don't watch it enough, but
I like anime now too. Since Abu Nas said that, I don't want to get beat up. But yeah, man.
No, somebody else is on my list.
I love Dragon Ball Z.
Huh?
I said I love Dragon Ball Z, bro.
Yeah, my daughter, my eldest daughter got into that, and she was trying to get me into it, and I'm sitting up here like, what is this? She was
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on, man. Mike about to make me cry.
What happened?
Yeah. I apologize for anything I did to upset the stream, and I don't agree with Abu, but I love him anyway. And I will die for his right to say it.
Wow.
And I hope this helps. Love you both. He's saying love Lord Callis, love Abu Nas. He says, "Love you, bots." I think that means maybe that's me.
I think he meant both. I think he meant
And
both.
all the panel.
Wow.
Micah, you know, listen, first of all, Micah, let me say something. You know you did not have to send $50
Yeah.
to even say that.
You could have just put that right in the chat because we feel you, man.
We've always respected you here. I have always respected your opinion. I've always respected your lame jokes that you threw in there sometimes, but we still laughed at them anyway. And this is the whole point. It's the whole point of this panel. When I put this panel together, I didn't want a bunch of robots. I didn't want to come in here and just say, "Hey, what do you think of Spider-Man?" and everyone say the same thing. I didn't want to say, "Hey, what do you think of Star Wars?" and everybody say the same thing, and everybody says the same thing in the chat, and everyone says the same thing. Because when I see live streams like that, I'm bored. I want to learn something a little different. I want to hear, and I'll keep going back to Second Street Marvel when we talked about like the female Thor.
Michael sell drugs. Michael, you sell drugs. You sell drugs.
But I got nothing, Micah. If you
but you know your $50 could be saving a child's life, and that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Micah, if you can hear me, brother, listen. If I came off, as aggressive or a little bit standoffish behind this, I am pretty much passionate about the whole Kaepernick situation because I was here with it from the very beginning and I followed it. And I am pro Kaepernick. I'm always going to be that way. But like I said, we may not agree on that issue, but if it's on racial lines, then I'll respect and let you have what it is that makes you passionate about the anthem and everything else that goes with it, But as long as Drunk said, if there's a healthy amount of respect for the person that I know that you are and the person that hopefully you believe that I am, because I don't pull no punches, I don't sugarcoat a lot of stuff just to win favors, get subs and this, that, whatever. Nah, man, my integrity and my knowledge is a little bit above what it is that I'm receiving on donations or people coming to my channel or subbing. It's not that serious. I don't compromise my principles, and you shouldn't either. You understand? So I'm of the mindset that if you could still rock with me throughout all of that, you absolutely have my love and respect, and I mean that.
All right, I got two quick things. This person behind the Christine Ford username. Look, I done timed you out twice, right? So let me just read what he said. Well, he said, "I don't like hypocrisy." Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I had to mute Abu Nas because he got static, but that's okay. He's okay. You okay? You okay? Go ahead.
He said, "I don't like hypocrisy and I deal with facts. I don't think anything I said was disrespectful." Well, I just want to let you know, like, okay, everything we're here talking about, I don't think you was listening to a thing we were saying. You was just trying to be combative, whether you was trolling or what. But like, yeah, man, like you gotta do better, bruh. Simple as that. And my second quick thing is everybody subscribe to my man Perk Mind. This is the super
with Christine, the thing is that I don't think you were being disrespectful. I didn't feel disrespected by what you were saying, but it's just it just didn't seem like the conversation, like that there was a conversation. There was no dialogue. It was just fact spitting, and that's where we lose the humanity. It's so if we want to have a conversation, nobody. I mean, you clearly know what you know. I don't know if what you're saying is true or not, but so you clearly know what you think you know. So you can say what you want to say in the chat. I welcome your conversation, but just make it so that it's not like you're just spitting all facts, but let's have a conversation behind what you're saying. Right. You know what I mean?
And he said, "I listened to everything. You didn't want to address the facts." Well, this is like, all right, we're talking about Kool-Aid, right? But you want to talk about orange juice. That's what you essentially was doing, bro.
I thought that was a girl. That's not a girl?
No, it's not. History General, welcome So let's recap the stream. What you missed, Abu Nas, was a beautiful woman entered the chat, and Lonely Banter said some very nice things about this beautiful woman. Almost spitting just a little game. And then we come.
He's not gonna be lonely.
Then we
I thought that my bad, but I thought that Christine woman jawline was kind of strong. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Abu got to know that that LB was actually talking to Fatal J's wife in the chat and saying, "Hey man," he said, "Let me just."
I was gonna say something too, actually, but then I was like, I have a feeling that's Jay's lady, man. I ain't saying nothing.
You know what? Fatal J is that dude. He's so secure in his masculinity. He's like, you know what, baby? Go ahead and float away. Because when the cameras come off, Daddy's home.
She already know. I'm gonna get her after the show. I'm gonna get her. It's going down.
So this was a direct quote from LB. If you're not under 18, I think you look really fine. If you're not under 18, and then all of a sudden, the back wall from LB's home just fell on him. Just came over like the.
But did you see Fatal the whole time? He had that Kool-Aid on him the whole time. He's just head down, but you can still see the whites of his teeth because he was just grinning. He's like, he don't even know who he talking to right now. He don't even know I'm about to get him.
It's all good, man, because like I said, at the very least, we secured enough. Because that's like, if my girl is up here flirting with all of y'all, I don't even care. I'm sitting up here like, you know what, babe, you do what you do.
Yeah.
And I ain't know, bro.
No, man, LB, man. It wasn't your fault, bro. It wasn't your fault, bro.
No, it was your wife's fault for looking fine.
I know, right?
Hey, well, I appreciate y'all saying that, man.
There you go. Mr. Fatal J, Mr. Fatal J, we're arresting your wife. For what? We're taking her into federal custody. She's too damn fine. We can't do it. We can't have that shit.
I got to draw the line here, guys. If people bringing up political stuff in the chat, I'm just going to ignore it, like, because we're done with that subject. We're done. So if y'all keep talking in the chat about it, that's something we can, maybe have another time or something. So I'm calling boss right now.
I thought we were going to talk about your birthday weekend, man.
That's right. We're going to have a birthday stream on Saturday. I even got Abu Nas to quit playing his game for one day. He's going to come on. It's also Proper Jeremy's birthday, so I think we're going to do a double. I think we're going to do a double birthday stream on my channel that day.
For both of y'all guys. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
A proper drunk stream.
Yeah, proper drunk.
A proper drunk. That's the title. Properly drunk.
Yeah, so it'll probably be Saturday, like around 9, when everybody else is streaming.
All late and everything. Okay.
I was going to stream Saturday, but I guess now I'll hang out with y'all.
He told me I can't even play my video games. He's like, get your ass in here.
I don't know if they say that where y'all at, but they say in Orlando when it's an event, they say all traps closed. So yeah. All traps closed for drunk live stream.
Hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens if I got anybody left.
Y'all guys, did y'all guys even address what's his face, the hater, Mr. Urban Acolyte?
Who is that?
You know why, Abu Nas? Because
I know I said something. I replied to him when he made his little tweet about Phantom Menace don't want to mess with me. They mess with everybody else, but they don't mess with me. I got up in there. What's up, homie? It's Abu Nas.
The only reason I bring it up, Abu Nas, because me and you are the only ones that rock this flag.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I got to get me the Phantom Menace shirt. Now I need to get a Phantom Menace shirt so I can wear it. Cause my man.
Hey man, we fandom affiliated. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You can claim Phantom Menace at any time
Well, yes.
Hey,
but
I see an intruder in the background.
Oh, Suki.
I see two of them.
Second, turn down your volume, man. I don't want them to. get scarred for life. Hello, little kids. Now, don't do what our mother does.
So let me. I know.
I thought y'all talked about it. I thought y'all talked about it because.
No, I didn't bring it up because we can handle that one. We can handle that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I believe the children are future.
Well,
pretty much,
let them lead the way.
Let them lead the way.
Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
Give them a sense of pride to make it easier.
Oh, they're singing.
And let them live.
Content strike.
Oh, that's right. No, never mind.
Yeah, bro. Relax. They hit Angry Joe for like 2 seconds.
Man, that's true.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta
They
relax.
came up with some new rules about that.
That's right, man.
But I thought y'all guys
they got PewDiePie on that too for humming a song.
Oh,
yeah,
man. I thought that you guys talked about it because this morning he was saying some real wild stuff, and Santa Menace, they don't mess with me. Yeah, they don't want to come mess with me. They mess with everybody else, but they don't mess with me.
Yeah,
I'm messing with you. Saw that tweet, right?
You played yourself.
But he hypocritical though, Abu, because I seen a video with him today, and he said he been getting death threats by the Phantom Menace. So
yeah, I saw that video. I saw it. He did a live stream. He did a 30-minute live stream.
So that's what I don't understand. Make your mind up. Either the Phantom Menace not messing with you, or you getting death threats. Which one is it?
But he's equating the death threats with us and the Phantom Menace because he was heated since you watched the video. His whole point was, the girl that put out the tweet and then the Phantom Menace jumped all on her, so it made her sick, and then she went to the hospital and she thought she had a heart attack, but she had an actual condition. They stressed her out, and then the 501st was disrespected because they took their little logo with it. He went through the whole thing, not knowing that the chick, after starting this mess, and Steve Wayne defended himself. He said, "Look, this was just a parody." But wait a minute, you guys don't even freaking own it. But we're licensed to use. You're not licensed to use it, because if you was licensed to use it and everything was good, y'all wouldn't have had that little side conversation with somebody telling you, "Listen, guys, we gotta rally together. The Phantom Menace is not a group to be messed with. They got hundreds and thousands of people under their banner." No, it's not like that. But the way they saw it, they saw us as big. And we are. We're not small. We're not the vocal minority. There are literally hundreds and thousands of people that can't stand the way Disney do things, The Last Jedi, and they don't even know none of us. But they will speak out. This person was a 501st officer making a rally call to everybody in the 501st to not underestimate the Phantom Menace. So the girl, who pretty much was a member, put up that, and now everybody came to Steve's defense. That's in the Phantom Menace. Kept this thing going, and then homegirl just said, "You know what? I can't do it. I'll take away the tweet and just say, you know what, we're just Star Wars fans, let's just have a ball." But she was so stressed out, she had to go to the hospital. She's okay. God bless her to be okay. Nobody don't want to see a young lady go to the hospital. But in the future, you got to understand what you start on the internet. You understand? Especially when it comes to trying to disrespect somebody that just has a piece of art. Whether Steve Wayne was going to sell it or not, then that would have been another issue that Disney would have to take care of. But that ain't got nothing to do with the 501st. You don't own it. But we use it, but you don't own it. If you created the characters, if you created the stormtroopers, then I can understand. You let Lucasfilm handle that. That's none of your fucking business. Well, they ripped us off. Shit. Everybody rips everybody off. It's America. That's how it goes. You know, you doing the charity work, but you ain't getting.
So the other thing is she didn't need to take to Twitter. She could have just addressed Steve.
No, Steve wanted her to go in the DM, and she didn't want to do it. He begged her. He said,
"But I'm saying, but didn't it start?" Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She should have started the conversation in private, not all the way out there like that, because you can understand if you're an artist and you feel like somebody has copied your stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? So on the strength of that, she could have just gone at her, hey, listen, you know what? I'm the one that, I don't know, I'm assuming she was the one that created it. If not, then I don't know what she was so hurt about. But I'm assuming that she was the creator of it. And she said, hey, listen, you know what? This was something that I came up with. I think that it kind of resembles it a little much. Could you tweak this? That or that, and just offer that respect of us being artists and say, oh, you know what, this was just a parody. If you really in your feelings like that, it's okay. I can change it up, no problem.
That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what Steve said. If you would have came at me in the DM, or we would have had a discussion, he said it. He said it in the tweet. I would have happily took it off the market. But no, you just had the grandstand, make a big scene. Yeah. Then you thought your 501st buddies was going to come running in. But then when they came running in, everybody in the Phantom Menace rallied. They heard the call. It's like, what's up? Hey, what's going on, brethren? Yo, up with us. Yo, what the fuck is going on? Yo, Steve is getting hammered, man. Shit's getting real up there. Where's he at? He's on Twitter, man. They trying to hem him up. 501st, man. We got to get up on it. You got to do it. Yo. I'm going to get the call out. Holler back. Click. Yo, what's up? Hey, what's up, Papa Nas? Yo, get on Twitter now, fam.
I really feel like playing
protect our people. And that's what we did.
I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to end the stream, and I'm actually going to ask people to please go to the High Council, because they're going to break down the Fandom Minutes video and the one that went after me and Abu Nas, not personally, but who we are and everything like that. And
he said something about us?
This guy named Major Lee did a video about the Fandom Minutes, and it's terrible. So he attacked us. He called us the whole racist and everything and all that stuff. So they're gonna chop it up. They're gonna chop it up.
Wanted to say what's up to James Clark, because I saw his thing came up there. I salute you, my brother. God bless you. And Thomas, you're an okay dude, man. I love you. Thank you so much for the support. Rosetta Allen, I love you, baby girl. Thank you. You know, and anybody else, like I said, if I
oh, don't apologize. I don't care. That you're good. I don't want you to ever change, because if you did, you would be boring to hang out with.
Well, at the very least.
Phantom Menace been taking a lot of heat this week, so.
Yeah, well, we're not just gonna take the heat lying down.
Nah.
Urban Acolyte really made the big mistake that he really thought that, you know, you could spit and say things coming out your mouth. You saw the video, right, Fado? He was really talking tough.
But this is what I don't understand. I still don't understand it. Now, you were talking tough on Twitter, like nobody will ever mess with you. Then you make a video saying all you've been getting is death threats. Make up your mind.
I know, and I saw it right away, and I was like, "But you talking real greasy right now."
Listen, if you ever watch any of his videos, he will you can catch him saying that he's not necessarily really like that. He does it for the purpose of creating this in order to bring people to the channel. It's all sensationalism. It's all shock.
So it's an act. So you're not a street dude. You're not a street dude.
I don't know. I don't know if he's a street dude or not, but
he can't be, because he's doing karate. He's doing because he's talking about all his classes, martial arts, wushu. He was like, what the? He got the little thing on his
listen now,
some of us do practice.
All right.
So I can see that You had to go get your little training because somebody roughed him up. So now he got to go into the classes and try to get it beefed up. And then he said, "Oh, the Phantom Menace. They talk about soy boys and this that. Soy is actually good for you because it stops the estrogen." I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, okay. So you want to be scientific with it?"
He was talking about Angus's weight, saying he's too fat.
Yeah,
so,
I know Black, but like I said, we gonna stick up for our brother. So
Yeah.
I'm not
It's probably the
trying to hear
best
him
thing is
say-
to just let dude just implode. I mean, I wouldn't even. It's not even like yesterday. Did you hear anything about him? The day before that, anything about him?
No.
The day
Well,
before,
the
no,
problem is
right?
now, like-
So you know what I mean? Like, give it another day and it'll go back underneath a rock. I wouldn't
That's
even,
true.
you know.
That's true.
well, we'll
Second
talk.
Street Marvel
But
kids
first
are
of all-
so adorable. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I would just have them make videos. Let's just have them all make videos.
If you guys go
Second
to the-
Street, give your channel to them. Get something going
Yeah,
on
no,
like
I'm gonna
50,000
They want their own
overnight.
channel. They want their own channel.
If
They
you
need
guys,
one.
if anyone in the chat goes over to the High Council, just say you came from this show, just to represent. And thank you for everyone hanging out. Thank you for everyone who gave a super chat. Thank you for everyone who unsubscribed from me because I don't want you.
They unsubscribe for me
Word.
too, bro. I ain't even say that much, and they unsubscribe
And so-
for me.
I got
That's
one
messed up.
too, though, Fatal. Me too. That's what I'm saying. It is what it is,
Someone
man.
came
It is
through
what
and
it is.
said, screw these guys.
I
So that's
gained
all
4
right.
subscribers tonight. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah,
Not for real. I did.
it's all good. Much love to y'all. We'll catch you next Tuesday. And come on out to the birthday stream on Saturday. It's gonna be a lot
The
of fun.
Dark Council is in the house.
Oh my goodness.
Later, y'all.